Pub Sports Radio is very excited to announce the dates for Pubpalooza 4. The most exciting weekend of the gambling year. Round 1 of March Madness. It's all going down in San Antonio, Texas at the Southtown 101, Thursday the 20th till Sunday the 23rd. It's going down, baby.
Scheduled events every day that weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all going down in Southtown 101. Come hang out with some of your favorite Pub Sports Radio personalities.
Oof, I can't wait. Meet us in Texas, baby. It's going down.
Of course, we start on mute. Yes, we're here. We are live. Nice to see everyone on a Sunday night. As you guys know, my name is Jose Bouquet, and welcome into the Pub Sports Radio live bet stream. We have Sunday Night Football tonight, Cowboys, Buccaneers, and we have a plethora of guests going to join us here and give out their action. We appreciate you all here for being in here early. Truth Teller, Kevin Foster, Moneyball, all chatting it up early. Shout out to you, Swiggy. Thanks for dropping a chat in here. But we have no time to waste. There's no dillying and no dallying today. I have a guest waiting in the wings. He is dressed appropriately. He has gifted a Pub Sports Radio membership. He is Santa Claus. He's gifted 2 Pub Sports Radio memberships. He is Santa Claus in the flesh himself. Watch out. You don't hear this intro when you see Santa. It's Kong's Clips. Kongs, thank you for joining us here bright and early on the Sunday Night Football live stream show. It's nice to see you. You look fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm good, brother. What up? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to the chat. Let's make some money. Let's make some more money. How about that?
Let's make some money here, Kongs. I'm interested to hear your plays. I'll let you just unload the clip. I'll step back, let you cook here. I'll just quickly mention bet percentages here, and I'll mention opener real quick for all you guys joining us here looking for that action, because I know there's a lot of you out here. This game opened up at 4. We're at a 4.5 at some places, still looking at 4s most across most books here, and we're at 76% of the bets, 75% of the money on the Buccaneers. So it's been a pretty steady 4 here. Cowboys not getting any love. Kongs, I'd love to hear your action here.
All right, so we get the day started off with Tampa Bay first half. Tampa Bay first half team total over 13.5 points. I think they can come out and score 2 touchdowns in the first half on this defense. Plus 100. Team total over 13.5 in the first half.
That's for first half team total for the Bucs, and you're taking first half as well. First half against the spread, or just a team total?
Just the team total in the first half.
Beautiful little team total action for Kongs. Anything else you're betting with us here?
Yeah, I'm on Mike Evans receiving yards over 84.5. Minus 110. He's looking to get paid. He's got a certain goal he's got to make to get an extra $3 million on his new contract. So I'm on him over 84.5 receiving yards, minus 110, and I'm also on Mike Evans for a touchdown at plus 100.
I like that look as well. I saw that earlier this morning. And shout out to Jimmy, by the way. Doesn't bet those ATDs very often, but Jonathan Taylor, a very easy one for old Jimmy. the bag here as well. Kongs, what else? Keep firing here.
All right, Jalen McMillan. I'm on McMillan to get a touchdown tonight. Plus 260. Over the past few weeks, Baker seems to find this kid in the end zone. Getting plus 260 on it. I'm there. I'm on CD Lamb to get a touchdown tonight, plus 135. And then we just go into the same game parlay I got here. Well, I got two of them. I got Baker Mayfield, 2+ passing touchdowns. CD Lamb for 7 or more receptions. Mike Evans for a touchdown. And Tampa Bay first half team total over 13.5. That SGP is plus 485. SGP number 2, I got McMillan for a touchdown, CD Lamb for a touchdown, and Tampa Bay money line plus 964. I'm also on Tampa Bay full game. I got the minus 3.5. I know it's moved up through 4.5 now, so I'm not going to give that out, but hopefully you got it earlier in the day. Tampa Bay minus 3.5, good money. You're muted, bro.
Here, of course, I'm muted. Damn it, Kongs. Thank you. I was gonna say if I had to pick one team against the spread, if you had to pick one team in this matchup against the spread, who is it gonna be? But you answered that question beautifully, Kong. Is that it? Is that everything there?
That's all we got, brother.
All right. Well, beautiful work here, Kongs. Sit tight here. I don't know if you have to leave right now, Kongs. Are you good to hang out here?
I'm good for a few.
Beautiful. Well, let's bring on another low bag legend. He's a good man. He sends me taint to share with everyone as well out of the goodness of his heart. And God damn it, he's joining us here, and it's a beautiful time we can get him on screen. It's Mr. Maddy Ice. Maddy Ice, it's nice to see you here, my man. My first question is, why is Mia Khalifa rubbing her neck like that? And my second question is, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. To answer that, the first question is, I think you probably put together that a while ago, so you're gonna have to answer that yourself, my man.
You know what? Guilty there. Shout out to F. Donahue for the gifted membership here. Shout out to you, Donahue. Appreciate you, my guy. Maddy, you're on here.
What's up,
got
guys?
Your winning hat on today. I can feel the winners radiating off of you right now. What are you on today?
Yeah, we've been pretty hot over the last couple of days. First off, thanks for having me on. Kong, what's up, my guy?
What's up, brother? Merry Christmas to you and the fam, brother.
Fire, dude. Congrats. You had a great college football, and I expect to keep going. So congrats to you, man. I've been following. So
thanks, brother.
Yeah, we're on. I got two SGPs. Just two plays here for each one. Both tied to Bucks money line. The first one is Mayfield over 1.5 touchdowns. So it's Bucks money line, Mayfield 1.5 at plus 115. And the second one's Bucks money line and Evans anytime touchdown at plus 160. Those are the only two plays I got tonight. So
love it. I'm
right.
on both.
Beautiful. I was about to say, yeah, you guys are both aligned here as well. Evans becoming a theme of the show here today, and that's nice to see. Maddy, it's nice to have you on screen. It feels a little more frigid when you're on screen, but I can feel the winners coming here. And speaking of winners, we bring this man on and he wins. Is he wearing the hat of a losing football team today? Yes.
No.
But he wins. He wins and he wins again. And he takes the train with his lovely dog as well. It's the one, the only Spenny Penny Bombs joining the program. Spenny, nice to see you. How's the pup doing?
How we doing? Just doing well. Just took the train with me on the way back home again for the holidays, and we're home chilling out. So, yeah, gosh, a couple of good plays today. The Patriots, screwed it with that lateral. whatever the hell that was. I don't think it was a lateral, but whatever, we'll call it a lateral and we'll say how it is, and we'll take a loss to the Bills there. But, it's nice to see that Drake May is competing with the big dogs. It's nice to see that they had a good game and were able to compete. And so there's hope for the future, at least.
It does make me sick that the Patriots have a better quarterback than the Jets already. It is disgusting to see here. Spenny, I know you've got a loaded clip of plays in here, so fire away, my man. What are you on today?
I got a couple plays here, so I got 3 ones that I like, just as the main kind of props. I'm going to do a combo with Bucky and Rashad rushing yards. I'm going to do Bucky 60 plus rushing and Rashad White 40 plus rushing, and that's together at plus 200. Again, they've both been getting a lot of handles out of the backyard. The Bucs love to run the ball. Dallas is still giving up decent chunks on the ground. They've been a little bit better with Micah, but I think that they should be able to control the clock and run the ball out. I like both of them to get a decent amount of run yards today. So 60 for Bucky, 40 for White, and that's at plus 200.
All right,
and then I'm going to take Jake Ferguson over 37.5 receiving yards. Been a little bit slow the last couple of weeks, but still getting a decent amount of volume in the middle of the field. And the Bucs are, bottom 5 against the tight ends this year, given up production. So seems like a spot where Ferguson can definitely step up and have a good game. So I like him as well. And Kevontae Turpin over 11.5 receiving yards. I think this number is just too low. I know he didn't have much receiving last game, but he's a big playability, can definitely get open for a big chunk play. So I like the over 11.5 for him.
All right. Well, beautiful. Anything else here, Spenny? Keep firing.
Yeah. And then touchdowns. Same thing with the rushing. I'm going to do a combo between Bucky and White for both of them to score a touchdown, and that's at plus 395. Both of them have been able to score in multiple games this year, so I like both of them to get in the end zone again here tonight. So combo between the 2 running backs, plus 395. Everybody's loving Evans. Why not? He's going for the big incentives. Mayfield's going to get on the ball. He's going to do everything he can to get on the ball. So Evans, 2 touchdowns at plus 650. I'm going to take a shot with him on 2 touchdowns. And then a very sneaky spot. We don't have Kate Otten. There's going to be a couple of backup tight ends that are going off here. A guy that very, very sneaky. He has had some red zone looks before. He has had some touchdowns. He's more of a blocking guy, but they kind of slip him out here. Ko Kieft at plus 800 for the Bucs. Second, third string kind of tight end guy. Like I said, kind of does more of a lot of blocking, but maybe they do a sneak play where they fake a run, let him sneak out, and do a little drop off him in the end zone there. So that's a plus 800 for him. And then I got CD plus 130, Ferguson plus 290, and Turpin at plus 550.
All right. Spenny, I know who I'm rooting for to score a touchdown now. Who was that tight end again?
Ko Kieft.
All right. I'm rooting for that guy right there to score a touchdown today. It's going to be hilarious to see here. All right, we've got about 20 minutes to get into this game here, so I appreciate you guys joining us here. We've got a loaded cast here so far, so I appreciate you all for joining us here early. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Bucs love here to start it off, and it's a little worrisome here. I would love to see people in the chat. Let us know what you guys are on. Like Miss Hoover here is on Bucs money line and Baker 200 pass yards there, minus 130 here. Ron Lofton on Bucs first half, -3. Bucs team total over 26.5. Bucky Irving over 62.5. Your CD Lamb's over his receiving or longest reception, I should say. SGP Bucs money line, Mayfield over 1.5 here. Evans over 5.5, and Rico Dowell as well here. So that'll be nice here. Moneyball, I'm trying to find those Cowboys backers for you here. So we'll keep trying to find them here as well. So shout out to you, my nibbler. And let's bring on another guest here, because how could we have a Cowboys stream without at least one Cowboys fan? If you turn over a rock and you'll find a Cowboys fan here. So I'm glad that this man is joining us here. He's put his action in the chat for us. Let's bring him on. Mr. Sean Higgs joining the program. Higgsy, baby. We need at least one Cowboys backer in here. Holy shit. Come on.
I just realized I got my Bears thing on there. I was on another channel, and they were giving me crap because I said Bears maybe win 5 games this year, 7 tops. So I should probably I had Dallas win total under because I think they're garbage this year. But I can't get behind Dallas today. I know we saw Baker, huge game, right? 41 points against the Chargers. Easy to run on them today, but I don't have faith in Dallas. I'll tell you, I like Dallas next week. You can still find the 10 out there. I see some 8s now with the Hurts concussion news, but you want to give me a bunch of points of Dallas next week? I'll do that. I'll take Dallas next week before this week, I think. Okay. I love that Penny 2 TDs. I just jumped on the 2. I had 1. I just had to add a 2-piece on him. I didn't realize you guys started talking about the incentives coming up there.
You know what's
Why
crazy?
not do it on a Sunday night in front of everybody?
Well, you know what's crazy is Tampa Bay, they might have the best 2 wins of the year. I mean, they won at Detroit. They beat Philly.
Yeah.
They got some good wins. Bucks have some good wins. They're a solid team for sure.
And here's the thing with Tampa tonight, folks. Like Atlanta won, they got to win out. Atlanta beat them twice this year, so they're not in a spot where they can be like, oh, it's all right, we could have a loser here. They need wins.
I was 13 rows off at Ford Field at that Tampa Bay game when they lost, and we couldn't score in the red zone. We got in the red zone, Tampa Bay shut us down. I mean, all we had was field goals. It was pretty impressive. I'll be straight up honest with you, because it's crazy. It's hard to play at Ford Field, and I give Tampa all the credit in the world. So going to Dallas does not scare me at all. Just to let everybody know, they've done this before.
Yeah, and this is, homecoming for old Baker Mayfield. This is a classic Texas guy coming back to play. And Higgs, I'm sure you remember that draft. Everyone wanted, and Jerry wanted to draft Baker. Bad.
What kind of homecoming? I mean, the guy's from how many people are from Texas? Come on.
Shitload. You find him in the NFL everywhere, but at least he cares.
Like, hey, I gotta come home and show out. That don't mean nothing.
The only thing that would worry me about Baker is he's 0-8 in prime time.
Sheesh. Well,
he's also on the Browns.
That's true. He's a Browns Panthers quarterback.
You go to a playoff game and you battle and you cover in Detroit. Is that bad? If you cover, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are these games played? Chances are you're Kirk Cousins. You're terrible on primetime. Well, you're playing a playoff team on primetime.
Yeah.
My whole thing too is how hard does Dallas come to play here? Are they maybe a little checked out already?
Yeah, I don't know. They seem like they're still playing. They seem like they're still playing. Yeah.
Hey, Sean, is Micah playing? Do you know, is Micah in tonight?
As far as I know, he's in. I mean, he was talking like, "Hey, we're not giving up." So I'm assuming he's playing. But does it make a difference?
It would be a shame if he was saying all that and he just didn't play today. It would be a real shame.
I'm getting healthy for the Eagle game. Like, there's 2 games left in the season.
No, but I just saw a video of him.
If he's banged up, like, I can't believe CeeDee Lamb came back to play after he got hurt. Like, what are you doing, bro? Just sit out. Dak's gone. It's all right. No one's gonna fault you for the season's lost. It was lost early.
Yeah.
Micah. I just saw a video of Micah doing warm up, so he's probably, or well, I should say he is good, but it looks good, I should say. So it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a fun game. So Higgsy, was that all the plays that you're on there? I know we briefly touched on them. Yeah,
I got them tonight, and again, I like Tampa today. I have them at a 3.5 from early, but again, I split out all over the place in NFL today. It's been my whole season. I was 70 and 74 coming into today, and a bunch of splits all over the joint. So it hasn't been a decent season for me there. College football's been all right. So you don't take Northern Illinois tomorrow. I'd go that route and take Northern Illinois. It'd be a little better. The college football's been a little better than NFL, having a good season.
Amen.
I'm on them too. So I'm on NIU tomorrow as well. So take that.
Oh, it's good. Good. That means I will also be on NIU tomorrow now. It's hilarious. I know it's funny. I know when Sean comes onto these shows, he already has next week's games caps. He's got tomorrow's games capped. Like I know I could ask Higgs about whatever, and he's got it.
So a couple of them have moved already because I got the Steelers plus 5.5, under 43.5. I got Baltimore at minus 120 and minus 3. Minnesota minus 120. Washington minus 3.5. Cleveland plus 5.5. Dallas plus 11. Rams minus 3.
Ooh, see, there you go.
Higgs, what do you think about Bowling Green later this week, real quick? It was at 6.5.
On Bowling Green.
It's sitting at 7.5 now. It's moved through the key.
I have this week coming. I have Coastal Carolina tomorrow, but that's plus
Fuck
7.
Higgs.
Listen, that's at a plus 7. It's at plus 11 now. So that's why I said take Northern Illinois. I got them at minus 3. I got Navy plus 8.5. I think that's down to like a 3 or 4 now. Hurricanes minus 115. Missouri minus 3. Michigan plus 10.5. Under LSU 60.5. North Texas under 67.5. Minnesota minus 5.5. I got Buffalo minus 118 and under 52. Yeah, it's in January. That's January 4th bowl game action.
Grab Syracuse.
Whatever. We'll see how we do.
I was on the Syracuse bandwagon with you there, Cogs. I'll be on them again here.
I missed the Cuse one. I missed that. And I remember I was watching something like, oh, it's up to 9. And next thing I know, it's like 16. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's at 16 now. I gave it out at, I think, 11.
That's
good
hilarious.
move. I thought my best game was going to be Army at minus 9. It went to 16, and then the other team quit. That should be a win. That should be. Why do I get a forfeiture win on that one? And
that's like you were so right that the other team quit.
They quit.
So that's funny. Let's bring on another guest in here.
Already.
Higgs, let's get you comfortable here, Higgsy, because I know you love this guy.
No, I was gonna take my shirt off. You said get comfortable. I'm sorry.
Well, please do, because I would be aroused, and I'm sure this next man will be. It's old Dave Rogers joining the program. Shirtless Higgs. Well, let's be honest, Higgs. Let's be honest.
Naked pics from the tub in the shower.
Well,
keep your shoes and socks on. I don't want to see your fucking troll feet. That's the only thing.
No, the feet I would be into as well, obviously. But Higgs, if Higgs took off the shirt, we wouldn't know. The white shirt, Higgs' platinum white body, I could see it all here, there as well.
Man,
David,
I'm a nice brown. I'm a nice Italian sausage. I get a little sun. I brown nicely.
That's hilarious. Dave, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining us here, Davey Rogers. Do you have any plays on this game coming into this?
Yeah, I have the under. I have 48.5.
Of course. We all know that's a boring bet, but we all love it. It's a fucking winner, so I get it.
I like the under.
Yeah.
I like it with you.
This is the thing. The number's too high, first of all. I got a hook. But the other thing is, I don't think the Cowboys are going to particularly care to do anything. But maybe just whatever sort of bonuses they might fucking the backup running back might get an extra $50,000 for doing something, one of those things. So
that's hilarious. Well, I like the under with you guys. I will admit I am leaning Cowboys because of how many people are on the Bucs here, but I'm not going to bet a side here. I am going to bet Mike Evans touchdown, and we've talked about that several times. A bunch of different cappers liking his props because of the incentives and all that good stuff. So this will be a fun afternoon to see, or I guess evening, way afternoon. Fun evening to see who gets what here. So I can't wait. Dave, a question about your under, and it's this is a Jimmy the Bag-ism. If they score early, either team scores early, are you going to rebet the under and just go right back at it?
Depends on what the books put it at, but I've been known to double, keep tapping the button.
Oh yeah. I know. You just keep going, Dave. You got to go down with the Santa Maria.
I thought about taking like team total unders and all sorts of stuff, but that's essentially taking the under. Why guess how it's going to go exactly?
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it. That makes sense here. Well, Kongs, you've been here the longest, so I'll ask you here real quick. After listening to all these cappers go through their plays, is there something that stood out to you, or is there a play that stood out to you now that you've listened to all of it? Something you might not have bet now that you are betting?
As soon as Spenny said the backup tight end, I bet that. And as soon as Spenny said Mike Evans for 2+ touchdowns, I bet that as well.
Yep.
That was something I always bet. 2+ touchdowns, and for some reason or another, it slipped my mind. I had a huge win earlier and been on cloud 9, so I'm not really thinking straight.
That's funny. Well, hey, I'm glad you got that big. And I mean, you're busy wrapping gifts over there and setting your route for the 25th. So I understand there, Kongs, if you're, a little caught up in the Christmas action there. It's going to be a fun one. Kirk Gray, look, a Cowboys backer. Finally, someone taking Cowboys ATS here. Kirk Gray at 5.5. I don't know where he got the 5.5, but I respect it. Juice is probably a little juicy there, but I respect it. Kirk Gray, thank you for dropping in some Cowboys action. Gerardo Hernandez, Bucks team total over 25.5. I will mention WT dropping Baker Mayfield over a half interception. Not bad here. That's some Bucks action. Man Bear Pig taking Cowgirls money line.
Question needs to be asked. Kirk Gray and Man Bear Pig, who are your favorite teams? Like, who's your football team?
Well, thank God I know Man Bear Pig. He's a Manders fan, I'm sure, because he's a DFW. What is it? DMV guy. I know he's a Nationals fan, so shout out to the DMV. But yeah, and by the way, shout out to the Manders. I thought they were fucking dead.
Bro.
And I could not believe they won that game. I
took them live when they were down just 7 points there. Took them when they were down. So then they came back and scored immediately. Took the lead, 1 point lead.
Fuck that game. Fuck everything about that game. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck Philadelphia.
Jose, I had the Baltimore double result with the Lions double result with the Philadelphia double result plus 2,200. Oh. Fucking sick.
Oh my God, those double results!
I see the Eagles fans like, oh well, Hurts was out. Well, is he by defense? You gave up 22 points in the fourth quarter.
That was pathetic.
Not because you lost Jalen Hurts. He was 1 for 4.
And the Commanders had how many turnovers? The Commanders had how many turnovers? 5 turnovers, I think. Yeah.
Eagles coach sucks. Everyone he's way too highly touted. That's the reason why the team loses, and Jalen Hurts can't throw over the top anyway, so that team's not going anywhere. Stop with
Devontae Smith missed a catch. It was third. I think it was 3rd and 7.
Yeah, yeah, he would have ended the game. Yeah, would have ended the game.
Commanders are a good team too, by the way, guys. They're a playoff team.
Yeah,
absolutely. I didn't like watching. I saw them blow a 17-0 lead coming out of a bye week. I wanted nothing to do with them going against a team that won 10 in a row and we're kind of clicking, but. That was just a despicable defensive performance. Terrible.
Crazy.
Well, Hurts going down in the defense, not playing the way that it was for sure.
Hurts.
Money, bro. Listen, that's fine. You lose your quarterback. I get it. Yeah. You still were winning when he left most of the game. They gave up 22 points in the fourth quarter and a game losing touchdown and 2-point conversion. How was that Hurts' fault? They were winning the entire game. 22. The final score was what? 36-33. They scored 22 in the fourth quarter. That's not on Jalen Hurts being out.
Pickett played well.
With 10 seconds left on the clock and the team obviously throwing to the end zone, you don't let somebody behind you.
It's wide open,
behind you.
Yeah. Maddy Ice, I would love to ask you a question here. You obviously have the Lions hat over there. I'd love to know if you feel secure about Lions playoff futures, stuff like that. They obviously looked great today. They were fucking dicking around beating the Bears. But I'm a little worried about the Lions as well. They fall into the Eagles category for me as well. I do think that the Lions are better than the Eagles, but they're definitely in that category for me.
Yeah, as you see with the Eagles, it's hard to play good 18 weeks in a row or 17 out of 18 weeks. I don't care who you are. It's the NFL. You're playing against good competition. So you got to, you're going to have letdown weeks. It's just the way it is. So, that's expected. Unfortunately with us, man, we're just, the injury bug is just really difficult. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but I don't know. Honestly, I have no clue. I'm not as confident now as I was say, a couple weeks ago as far as what we're going to do. But
right.
It's tough, man. Injuries is part of the game and it happens. And
I'll tell you what. You've got the coach. You've got the right coach for all the injuries you've got. Dan Campbell is a hell of a coach. And it don't matter who.
He also lives by the seat of his pants, Con. He's like, hey, let's go for it on 4th and 6 from our own 17. Well,
I love it.
That's going to bite you in the ass. You can lose those sometimes.
It will. And I'll be honest with you, after the we onside kick last week with 10 minutes to go or 12 minutes to go, whatever it was last week. I was like, that was the first time where I did not agree with what he did. And not that it won, even if you look at the stats on onside kicks, they're just not successful. So like that, and that was crazy. We had all the momentum, and then he just gave it right back to him.
Is anyone gonna talk about the Vikings possibly being the 1 seed?
Yeah, I mean,
the Vikings can beat the Eagles.
I mean, Jesus, like WT
No,
mentioning that KOC is the coach of the year. You'd have to agree with that.
The Vikings are the most fraudulent 12-2 team in the NFL. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're the most fraudulent 12-2 team in the NFL. They are not. They are not that good. I don't. I do not trust
I'm saying that
Darnold
the Eagles are the
to
fraudulent
carry
team.
them through. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. The Vikings had their good regular season run. It's not going to continue on in the playoffs.
Everybody says that, but they just keep winning, man. I don't know.
This is the NFL, bro. This isn't like I'm 12-0 coming out of the Mountain West.
Yeah, but this is something that's happened with the Vikings before. It's just always ties back to their quarterback.
I'm not sold on it. I really am not sold on them.
So
they lost a close game to the Lions, and then on a short week lost to a Rams team.
I
think the Rams have a good coach.
They got to beat us week 18 at home. I mean, if they do that, they deserve the 1 seed. So that's what it's going to come down to.
I don't see it. I don't see them beating the Lions at home.
No,
but they have playmakers, bro. That young receiver they have, is it
Addison?
I love that kid. Loved him in college.
Him and Jefferson are great for sure. Definitely.
Receiver. And they got JJ on the outside. They could do something in the playoffs. I don't see them beating the Lions at home, but they could make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Darnold was already exposed earlier in the season after having a good start. He's going to get exposed when it comes down to the real times. I don't trust Darnold to get it done when the lights are brightest.
Here's what I saw today, and I watched that game. I watched that entire Seattle game. When they send Blitzer at him, he just throws the ball wherever. I mean, he spazzes out and just tosses the ball up.
Yeah. Exactly. He doesn't. He as soon as there's pressure in his face, he just hucks the ball away. That's all he does. He just hucks it away, and he's expecting one of his playmakers to make a play on it. That's not gonna come through. And it's the same thing with Josh Allen. Josh Allen does the same fucking thing when he's faced with pressure. He just hucks the ball away at times, and that's the reason why he's going to cost his team later on in the season.
I'm very interested to see the NFC playoffs. It's definitely getting to the point of the season where we're all have our eyes on the playoffs, especially, again, the NFC playoffs is going to be ridiculous. The AFC, we can just talk about for days as well, quarterback carousel there. And it's hilarious that somehow the Bengals are still alive. I mean, by the skin of their damn teeth. They have had a massive game against the Broncos this week. Higgsy, I'll ask you because I know you capped it. Did you have a side that you liked in that game? I must have missed it if you did. But
which one was that? Who's that?
Bengals, Broncos.
No, nothing in that one. I mean, just looking at it, you kind of want Cincinnati. They're home, but Denver's a scrappy bunch. They're playing for something. What's Cincinnati playing for? And it's gone up a half a point.
Well, this is the game of the year for Cincinnati.
And they have to have a bunch of things go right for them to make it, and it's just not like it's just way too much things to happen.
Of a spot. There'll be a waste of a spot. It won't fucking.
I need a monster game from Bo Nix because I have him to lead all rookies in passing yards, and he's a little bit behind Jaden Daniels. So I need that Bengal defense to show up or not show up, however you want to word it. And I need a nice 305 from him so I can cash a nice ticket.
What bet do you have? What garbage did you just give?
It's to lead all rookie yards passing.
You bet that preseason?
Yeah, it's
you're changed. You're a changed man, Sean Higgs. You are a changed.
No, I'm a future guy, Dave. I do.
Are you?
The
not a prop guy though.
Not a huge prop guy. Not a huge prop guy.
That's
I'm trying to dabble in it because it's the lines are harder, and they seem to they'd rather take those bets than sides and totals, which I don't know. That'll probably change.
Oh, by the way, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was going to completely change the subject, so I'm not.
Oh, okay, I was too. Well, not really. I was just going to mention The Bengals, again, they play the Broncos next week. They win that game. They'll be one game back of the Broncos for the wild card, and the Broncos play the Chiefs in Week 18, who we will see if they're playing their whole team. They obviously have a 2-game lead on the Bills, I believe, for the number 1 seed. So we'll see how all that shakes out. But I think the Bengals are an interesting spot next week. I was just going to mention. Now, Dave, please, subject change.
Well, I was just Sean was talking. I know Sean is a very big Major League, just as you are, Major League Baseball fan. And on your show,
Yes.
It hadn't been confirmed, but it's since been confirmed. RIP to the best leadoff hitter, one of the best baseball players that ever played.
Yep.
Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, best leadoff hitter in baseball history. It's not particularly
It's not even
close.
What happened?
People
do you
say
know what happened?
Ichiro is the next guy there. He's the next guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You
the
can tell me
Ricky
that.
numbers
as well.
are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Ricky numbers are
What
ridiculous.
happened with Ricky? Do we know?
And that
Pneumonia.
doesn't say what it caused of death. No.
Yeah, pneumonia. I got you. I
yeah,
have
this-
sources, obviously. Pneumonia
quick.
it was.
He took
Real
the
quick,
COVID shot.
this was a tough year for me, man. Losing Ricky and then my buddy Pete Rose the same year was rough.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah, they
Gabby gives me so much shit about being buddies with Pete Rose, but like me and him text back and forth like a lot. And then all of a sudden it kind of stopped over the past month, and then he it kind of was unexpected, but about a week he was in Nashville, and then a week later he passed away. And the last text I got for him was he goes, "Hey, what's the play of the day today?" I mean, this guy was all about sports, and it sucks what he did, but he was a good buddy of mine. But anyways.
I'll mention as well, Maddy Ice, that Jimmy tells me all the time. Pete Rose, an avid tailer of the Taint Play of the Day. Love tailing Taint Play of the Day. Shout out to Pete Rose, and shout out to, again, Ricky Henderson. Easily the best leadoff hitter in baseball
Ricky,
history.
how about this? It took Derek Jeter 2,200 games to catch Ricky Henderson's Yankee stolen base record. He did in 400.
I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd. And
It was his second year that he broke was a Honus Wagner. The second year he stole 140 bases. It wasn't like 30 or 50. He stole 100 and fucking whatever bases his second year.
It's absurd. It's absurd, those numbers. He has unbreakable records. Even with the bigger bags, his records will probably not even be touched.
So real
absurd.
fast, I put it in the chat. It didn't come up though, and I put the other one in there for the Vikings coach. I got at 20-1 for coach of the year. I got the Bo Nix. I tried to put in there. I don't know why I didn't pop up here. He's 8-1. He's got 3,235 yards, and Daniels has 3,045. So
I got him before the season started. I gave it out at plus 1,300 for Bo Nix.
For what?
nice. All right. Yeah, I got
Roy.
mine. It was September 26th. So I was like couple weeks in season.
I got Daniels rookie of the year at 6-1.
Yeah, I got
well-
Bo Nix at 13-1, and I got Jared Verse at 10-1 for defensive rookie of the year. I also have them both in a parlay at like 250-1.
I will. The game has started, by the way. Cowboys get the ball first. They throw for 5 yards-ish on that first down. Number 9. I was going to say Brandon Cooks, but I don't believe Brandon Cooks is playing on the Cowboys
Is
anymore.
it Turpin or Tolbert?
Turpin.
I'll let you know here in a second.
Let's go.
But
Let's
that is very interesting here to see all this unfold. Shout out to Ricky Henderson, Pete Rose, and all these people here, and shout out to the bots.
Definitely I think
The
under the
Russians.
radar guy. People don't really realize if you look at his numbers.
Yeah, he's a top 10 baseball player of all time.
Yeah, and someone said in the chat the Moneyball, which is funny, is about Days. The only thing that matters is scoring, and he had the most runs. Like
Most
that-
runs ever.
That's the only
Most
thing
runs,
that
yeah.
matters. Yeah.
It's so funny because if you think about it now, just imagine a guy, he gets on base, he's going to steal second, he
And third.
probably will steal
Yeah.
third, and all you need is a fly ball. Like a guy like that right now.
Yeah.
psh,
And
Crazy.
the other thing too is this is where Sean said something in his show when I said Ichiro was second. He could hit for power. He could have been a 3 or a 4 hitter. Like he could have tuned him into being that, like a Mookie Betts. He could have been that.
Yeah, 100%.
He-
First down on a
he-
3rd and 2.
I will say right now though, like things have changed now. Like catchers pop times, like a good pop time back in the day was under 2. 1.9. I mean, now you're 1.6, 1.65.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to steal a base now, guys. It's not.
Yep.
Like,
I would agree with that.
Guys have just gotten better, and Ricky was great, but like it's way harder now. It's way harder now.
I mean, like that's why they did make the bigger bases, because they knew like it was how hard, and everyone knows that pitching or pitchers obviously control that shit as well. First down, by the way, for the Cowboys.
If it's hard and stuff like that, it's they don't play that. It's gone to a league of home runs and nothing else. Who cares about strikeouts?
But
don't run because they don't sacrifice. It's all about home runs.
The leadoff hitter is not the leadoff hitter. So when they started like Derek Jeter was a typical leadoff hitter, but when they started doing that 15 years ago, they changed the way leadoff hitters are. Leadoff hitters are power guys. Shohei Ohtani leads off like
Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, fucking
yeah. I mean,
John
shouldn't your leadoff hitter be a guy who gets on base? Shouldn't he be a guy who has a good eye? I mean, I'm not saying Soto's a leadoff hitter because he's got 40 home run power, but you want a guy like Araz is a good guy. Like you want a guy who hits 300 and at least going to throw 80 walks now.
Good on base percentage, good batting average, good speed. That's what you want in the first spot.
Or if you want your best,
that's exactly what Henderson was. That's exactly what Ricky Henderson was. He had all of
If you want
those.
your best hitter that you have to bat more than anybody else, you bat him leadoff.
Yeah, that's the nice part about Mookie
That's why they
Betts.
want Ohtani. That's why Ohtani bats first, because they want to give him every opportunity to get as many bats as possible. That's why he bats first.
Yeah, it's very interesting how all this unfolds. By the way, third
and also he can steal 50 bases because he did it this year.
Yeah, he's a sick.
That's a bad. I should have never said it. He's a freak. He's a horrible.
He's a sick.
Ohtani's a viable first because the guy can bat 270 to 300. The guy's going to hit you however many home runs. He's going to steal you 50 bags. You know, like he's a very viable.
He's the most unique baseball player ever play. He's going to be, if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to be the best player to ever play the game. I mean,
I agree with that. By the way, 3rd and 2 goes for a first down. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd or 3rd reception on this drive already.
Yeah.
So there's CeeDee Lamb.
Over on those receptions is going to catch. Jose, I'm going to bounce out, bro. I got to work tomorrow.
No, thank you, Kongs, for joining us here. You brought the Christmas spirit to this stream, so I appreciate you, my guy. Kongs, where can the people find you at?
Kongs Clips on X, at Kongs Clips, KONGS KLIPS. I've already got my bowl games put up. Go check them out there. A little over 100 units this year in college football. Great fucking season. For some reason, these sons of bitches got us working on the week of Christmas. Yeah, so shout out to you, Jose. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody go hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Kongs.
Spenny. Merry Christmas
to you,
brother. Maddy. Merry Christmas. John. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to Dave. Merry Christmas to the chat. Love you guys. Smart. Have a great night. Have a great Christmas.
Beautiful work, Kongs. Let's send them out in style. Whenever that beat comes, it feels like something sinister is about to happen. Something sinister, something bad is about to happen. Something is going to happen when that beat happens. Shout out to Kongs here. 3rd and 6, a flip to Rico Dowell goes for about a yard here. And it feels like they ran the ball to go for it here on 4th down. So we'll find out. It is very borderline Aubrey range here. And I say very borderline because anytime he's on the field, he's in range. And here he comes. Here he comes.
I got to battle over how many yards?
They just had nothing there. But this is going to be very interesting. I think that Cowboys fans' favorite part of the games are the field goals now.
It's good.
I'm going to tell you right now,
58-yarder with ease.
And he made it look like it was a 40-yarder. The guy's ridiculous.
What a sicko. He was a former soccer player, I believe, as well. So that proves that soccer players should, get over here and kick a few field goals. You know, you can make that shit easy.
A guy for 60 yards.
They tried to kick a 70-yard field goal with him or some shit, didn't they?
Yeah, they did outside, I believe, as well. That was the crazy part. Oh, but I hope they do. I hope he does try it inside as well. That would be sick. That would be
Hey,
sick.
Jose,
I got a
I'm
battle
gonna
over
get
15
going,
and a half with
Jose.
Steven
I got to
yards.
bounce, my guy. But if I can, I took Hawaii in the under. If you guys want some late night action,
I got Hawaii too.
Against
there's
Charlotte.
Hawaii in the under. That's my advice. So
All
take
right,
it for what you want.
beautiful. Hey, Maddy Ice, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by here. Thanks for the wisdom. I appreciate you for jumping in. Anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
No, just Merry Christmas to all the Pub Sorts Radio family. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I don't get on here often, but when I do, I really enjoy it. Maybe I'll be on the sesh tomorrow. Maybe.
Ooh.
So tune in. We got some plays tomorrow. So I might be on the sesh tomorrow, but other than that, Sean, Spenny, and Dave and Jose, Merry Christmas, you guys, and thanks for having me.
Yep.
Yo,
Merry
Merry
Christmas
Christmas,
to
Maddie.
you, Maddy Ice. We'll send them in style as well. Shout out to Mr. Maddy Ice here. Dave, I have a question for you. What are they looking at, Dave? What are they looking at in that video? What are they so shocked at? I wonder.
My
I don't
feet.
know. I have a picture that Sean sent him, texted them. Of some fucking
You know what? we might have to pull that up here as well. Johnny Rochester, or should I say
Dave.
Rochester Johnny.
Oh god.
Oh, look at this. What is that?
Oh god.
Jose, you don't know what that
that's
is?
not that's wait a minute. That's not what the other thing is. That's something else.
That's exactly what it is, bro.
Oh, is it? I thought it was black. Oh.
What is that?
That's been in his wiener.
What?
That's on. Yeah,
Is this
My
what
wife-
getting old feels like?
my wife pulled that out of me on Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
Fuck. Wow. Would you feel like a free man now?
It was terrible. I was like dribbling pee. It was the worst 2 days of my life.
Wow, that sounds like a horrible time, Sean Higgs.
Yeah,
So that
I
I'm
wanna
glad
play-
that is no longer in your penis.
You and me both. I gotta find the big where it's all stretched out. You see how really big it is.
Oh boy, I thought you were about to show us a picture of your penis. Okay, so I'm glad that was not going to go that way. He shows us a picture of his feet. Who knows what's next? Who knows what's
You
next?
never know.
Yes, who knows?
Where
Well,
is
so
it?
this is what getting old's like. Damn, guys.
It's not. First of all, listen. Though it's not getting old. I had a kidney stone or something.
Oh Lord, that's my personal hell. I have few fears in I have many fears, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
One of them
this
is
is what they stick inside you.
Yeah.
good Lord.
See that little hook part? Where do you think that is?
Oh no.
That's on the inside. That's the inside.
Oh my God! Now I'm just gonna be talking to Helga about that all day. Now I'll be like, Helga, did you know they stick a rod in your dick for kidney stones?
Yeah. Keep it open.
Good Lord,
Comes out.
Lamont Williams, you've joined at a great time, my guy. We're talking kidney stones here. My max bet Tampa Bay money line and Tampa Bay money line and parlays, and he likes Mike Evans
lost half the
reception
chat on
yards. Baker Mayfield gets the ball for the first time, and I need a number ruling. Spenny, who's number one? Is that Bucky or is that Rashad?
It's white.
Rashad
All right.
White.
Well, there's Rashad White for the first carry of the day. We're just rooting for carries for both these running backs for our guy Spenny Penny Bombs, along with no-name tight ends to score. That is all what we're rooting for. If you see a game
Easy
with
with
a
no name
third-
tight ends. We know who we want to score here. We got Evans for the 2 TDs with a huge payday.
You're right about that. Everyone
That's it.
is on that. And you know what? Speaking of that, thank you, Sean, because I forgot. I need to bet that post haste. I've not had the moment to do that, so I'm
Big
about to
run
bet
from
that
Baker,
live.
or at least maybe come back though.
Yeah. So Fred Von Fleet, Spenny, played 37 minutes. I took his point total under. He almost went the whole game with 37 minutes, not scoring a bucket. He scored 2 points almost the whole game. That guy's a bum, man.
Yeah, I don't. How many shots did he even take? I don't think he even tried to shoot that many.
10 field goal shots. Yeah,
Yeah,
made one.
it's crazy.
Okay, I'm officially in Mike Evans touchdown plus 106, and I'm going to bet the 2+ touchdowns at plus 550 as well to join the lads here.
Join the
This should
party.
This would be a fun one here as well. Take my money. You son of a bitch. And stop changing the odds. I'm getting plus 102. I think that's the most annoying part about live betting. Just having to keep just hitting the button until they take your money.
Mel.
Ugh.
Stop asking. It's not going to happen. Where's the Nick Saban? Where's the Nick Saban one? Stop asking.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Saban. Mel, I rather enjoy his weird body experiences.
His weird body.
I'd rather enjoy that here. So shout out to you, Sean Higgs. Man Bear Pig, it's the worst because you're just trying to give your site the money. You just take my money, you bastard. But it's fine. Perfectly fine.
I like Green Bay first half tomorrow, -9.
Get rid of it. Go on, first down.
All right, yep. There you heard Spenny say it. 3rd and 2 goes for a first down. I'm watching it as it happens right now for me. So Spenny obviously directly connected in the stadium. 87. Durham.
That's the other tight. That's the other backup tight end.
That's who we're not rooting for, guys.
We don't know
Tonight.
him.
He's hit his prop the past 5 or 6 receiving yards the past like 5 or 6 games. I was looking.
Durham.
Yeah, Payne Durham.
Man,
And a question for you, Jose.
I'm
Are
all
the
ears.
Roadrunners going to cover 11 fucking points tomorrow?
Probably not. They have not won on the road all year. They're playing basically in the Coastal Carolina's home stadium. That being said, Coastal Carolina's lost like half their team, right? They've lost like 2 quarterbacks, and we have our starting quarterback, and he's a great. So I'm just on that, and obviously our coach is better than theirs. So just on that alone, I'd have to take UTSA. So I said no, but I actually mean yes, Dave.
I kind of like the over. Even without all that, these kind of games they just want to fuck. This is a bowl game, by the way. 2 6-6 teams. This is a bowl game that people are happy to go to, and they're happy to be. I talked to the Earl brothers and with their fucking Eastern. They're like, oh, we're going to the Military Bowl. Oh, yes. So this is a game that no matter who the player is, they're going to care and they're going to want to score. I think I like the over.
Last year they went, I think, to UAB they went to Birmingham for a bowl game last year with ECU.
They were on ESPN actually. They got
were they?
Yeah, they got on the screen.
Yeah, I can concur as well, Dave. UTSA has made 4 bowl games now. We've won 1. So all the bowl games we love to be in. Yeah. And this is, I think, the first bowl game that's not in Texas. Okay. So all the alumni are going to be like, all the alumni are fucking licking their lips like, oh, we go to South Carolina, wherever the fuck it is. We go to the beach, blah, blah, blah. So
the beach in January.
Yeah, so it's something. Yeah. 4th and 3, by the way.
It's great golfing weather.
Yes, it is, Higgs. I played this morning. It was a lovely time. Oh, I guess afternoon because it was after the show.
Did you really?
But yes, my back is destroyed right now. Oh
my god, what a fucking drop! I can't even believe that.
Was that the 4th? Did they go for it on 4th down? Or are you talking to 3rd down here?
3rd down.
No, for sure.
Oh, well, they are going for it. No, it was 4th
down. I thought that was 3rd down. That's 4th down. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. There's a drop on 4th down.
Easy right in his hand.
Hit him in the chest. Hit him in the chest.
Why are we throwing it to Sterling Shepard? Is Mike Evans playing today? Did he make the trip?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
That's Oklahoma right there.
That's
by the way,
bad. That's right through his hands and him in the chest.
He's spreading the ball around here. If you got reception props, you're in trouble because this guy's thrown to 5 different guys already on 5 pass attempts.
Yeah, on the opposite side, CeeDee Lamb was the only guy getting receptions. So. That's facts right there, Sean Higgs. So there's a turnover on downs early here. Cowboys, they score here. Things get interesting. Obviously they need a touchdown here, but they get a touchdown.
A Cooks TD prop here.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out to him. Mel, there is risk sending Texas kids to Myrtle Beach. I would agree with that. As a Texas kid that has gone to Myrtle Beach to get shit-faced myself, I can't confirm. There is a nice
Myrtle
place.
Beach?
Yeah,
Myrtle Beach, we got Padre here.
Well, that's a great question. I have a bad experience with Padre. I fucking hate that place, so I don't ever want to go. But I really went to Myrtle Beach just because all my buddies from when I grew up in Virginia, that's just like the place on the East Coast, I guess. They don't go to Atlantic City for whatever reason. We've never been. They just go down to South Carolina. So
yeah, why would you go to Lake City?
No.
That's Atlantic City's for gambling. It's not a beach. The beach is crap.
I see. These are things I don't know. I want to go to Atlantic City, obviously, at least once. We have our Pub Sports Radio Fund that hopefully we can use one day as well. But yeah, I like Myrtle Beach. It's a good place.
Nasty Nate likes Myrtle Beach, apparently.
Yeah. Nasty Nate gave me some Myrtle Beach places to go to. Did I go to them? No, but that is only because I just sat and drank in my Airbnb the whole time.
Oh, you went recently. I remember that. That was the past year or two, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we go once a year basically to Myrtle Beach. Yeah. This past year we didn't go, but we're going to Vegas. So
isn't there gambling of some sort in Myrtle Beach?
I believe, I think sports gambling is legal.
Walk games.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know. I've never been.
I thought sports gambling was legal in South Carolina, but I'm not
It might be now,
100% sure.
There are casinos everywhere now, so I don't know.
I was in '93. I went to Padre with 3 guys. We drove from Jersey to Padre.
Respect. That's
I went at
hilarious.
2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday.
I went to Mexico.
2:30 on a Friday in Jersey. We got to Padre at 9:45 that night, Saturday night. Ooh. Every 100 miles we rotated. There were 3 guys I knew that got back from Gulf War I.
They just gritted it out.
So, yeah, I'll come. I'll take a ride. I've never been to Padre. And it was funny because we got to Texas like 7 in the morning. We're like, oh man, we're gonna be here by like lunchtime or something. Yeah, it took us 9 hours to get to the.
You drove from Jersey to Padre Island.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a drive.
That's not
now when you're with military dudes, these guys are nonstop. Every 100 miles, if you sat in the back, you were asleep. If you drove, you drove. And the passenger was the tank commander. You had to keep the driver awake. Every 100 miles, no matter where you were, just pulled over on the side of the road.
Yeah, I've had to do those long drives before. I've obviously driven from Virginia to Texas when we moved here. But Jeff, myself, and Preston, shout out to them. He was like my 4th day at working at Post Sports Radio. They're like, oh, we're going to Vegas. I was like, oh, cool. I've never been. We drove from San Antonio to Vegas. And typically it's a 2-day drive, and it was they just gritted it out one day. Huge plate of cooks there, Higgsy.
I need him in the end zone, though. I need now he's going to get vultured out of a TD by CeeDee Lamb or Dowdle.
Oh gosh, here we go. Huge play.
Reward the guy. Come on.
Now I ask all of you this. We'll see if it happens. But if the Cowboys score a touchdown and we're getting plus money on the Tampa Bay Bucks, is anyone interested?
I'd be interested in plus. We'll see what it is.
That's funny. By the way, Steve G, similar to your story here, Higgsy, drove from Denver to South Padre for spring break. He only made it to Fort Worth, though.
Fort Worth. What's in Fort Worth? I guess, you get some food up there. I've yet to been to Fort Worth. I've not been up there.
Oh, interesting. Dallas and Fort Worth are essentially the same to me in my head. I've only been there a few times, obviously. So I could actually agree with you there. Steve G, I've driven from San Antonio to Colorado as well. It was a fucking hell of a drive, I'll tell you that.
I've driven to San Antonio a couple times that I've been here. My wife went up to.
Well, Higgs, first, hold on, Higgs, real quick. Well, first of all, we hope you can drive down here for March 20th to the 23rd for Pubpalooza 4, Higgsy. I hope to see you there.
Okay, it was better than the other time because I'm not driving down when it was the Final Four night. The rooms were like $1,000 a pop. I'm not going for that.
Yeah, opening weekend. It's gonna be all the games. It's gonna be great.
I'm not a cheapo, but I refuse to pay extra for nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like
that makes sense.
My wife wants roses. I'm not getting roses on Valentine's Day when I'm going to charge $300 for them. I'd rather give you $300. Like I don't like being price gouged. Nonsense.
That's good. I like that here.
No price guy. I can't do it. I'm generous to a fault, but I'm not going to play that game. No.
Well, we hope we can see in
touchdown Tolbert.
Oh boy. Tolbert. Here we go. All right, let's see what these live lines are looking like, lads.
Super Rush looked like he was kind of limping or something, didn't he?
Because
I don't know.
There was a lot of love there, but that was interesting. Textiles longest drive, New York City to Houston. Good Lord.
If the Falcons could cut Cousins and swat our contract, the Cowboys should cut Dak. Let Cooper take over.
T-Moss saying, I need to raise funds to go to Pubpalooza. I agree with you, T-Moss. Raise those funds. That's why we announced it early. Hopefully we can get it out there early for you guys here.
My daughter's looking up Royal Caribbean cruises for her spring break. I don't know. Yeah.
My mother, in her wet dreams, and my mother's wet dreams, I obviously know what they are. She would love for me to get married and on a cruise kind of thing, like a weekend cruise.
Everything you said, that sentence, everything about that sentence was wrong from the start to finish.
The people in here get upset over my little wire, my penis.
Well, I just know what she drinks. I know my mom. I know my mom here, and unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But she would love if that cruise wedding happened there.
Cruises are actually really affordable vacations. That's a good thing for young kids to look at because they're all pretty much not all inclusive, but the meals are included.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, Dave, I'm too much of a iPad child. I guess I cannot go without my phone and Wi-Fi, and I refuse, as Sean Higgs would do. I refuse to pay for Wi-Fi.
Okay,
I won't do that.
Well, for what I do, for what we do, I need the internet. Number one, and I'm on it all the time, and it can't lag. And number two, I'd probably be in the casino or taking naps. Cruises aren't for me. Cruises are for people that want to lay out, and it's skinny people that want to lay out and go on excursions. I don't get off the boat. I don't care about going to Cozumel. I've been to those places. I'll be in the casino or I'll be taking naps. That's it.
That's funny. All right. Well, good news, everyone here. Both of my Mike Evans bets have gone through here, so that's great. I'm officially invested here. Live right now. I'm going to refresh here real quick just so I can see what live lines are for these Cowboys. We're getting Cowboys -2.5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers +2.5, juiced -126 for me here. So very interesting.
What? I thought you were married, Jose.
Me? No. I just talk a lot of shit, Sean Higgs. I talk a lot of shit about being potentially engaged that has not happened yet because I am a broke.
Do you at least have a girlfriend or boyfriend?
I do, yeah. Shout to Helga. Yeah, we live together too. So the check both those boxes. I just have to scrounge up the cash funds to buy a ring and then do all the other shit.
Well, you're saving on haircuts, so you got that working for you. So
exactly. I did. I thought, yeah, it's Christmas time, Sean. I can't afford to get a haircut right now with all these damn gifts. I will admit that yesterday was the first day I was like, fuck, I need to cut my hair. I need to get this shit out because Helga showed me a picture of what I looked like at the side, and you could see some scalpage. I was like, Jesus, I just need to go bald already, apparently. Fuck.
Well, really? You got some badness? You got some badness in the front looks okay.
No, I'm a future bald man, Sean Higgs. I'm joining you.
Whoa. Slow down there, Playboy. I shave.
Okay.
I shave my head.
That's fair. What can I say? By the way, Tampa Bay went down to +1.5 here, -121. So people seemingly betting Tampa Bay there as well. So very interesting. And by the way, Higgsy, on cue, they're already doing the Baker Mayfield Texas tour here as well. He played at Texas Tech. He went to high school in Austin. He won a Big 12 championship here. So it's funny.
This is I had my son. I had some hair.
Oh, that's good. Got a good hair there.
Yep. He's making pancakes there.
I will admit, when I see videos and pictures, that's prime Higgsy right there. That's prime.
That's Padre Island fucking Higgs right there.
Yeah, 100%.
But Louis' backyard.
That's so funny. 2nd and 4 coming up for Tampa Bay here. So we'll see what we end up getting. And Nuke, I'm probably cutting my hair, Nuke, unfortunately. Spenny, what happened? Let us know.
Tried to throw it into Shepard, and It was tipped and not caught again.
It hit him in the chest, so I thought it was about to be another just straight drop, but at least the DB tipped it there.
Yeah.
Ugh. I definitely despise the Oklahoma connection with Sterling Shepard and Baker Mayfield. Makes me sick that Baker Mayfield's a good NFL quarterback, honestly. Very close to being picked off. Oh, Higgs is booking. Higgs is dates are set. I'm booking right here, right
he
now.
Got there. I think he got there.
They marked him a yard short.
Really? I don't know. Did he step out?
Yeah, you'll see the replay.
Yeah, it was close. I don't think he got there. But...
It's closer than they gave.
That's what I was gonna say. It looked like he looked like he stretched out for that.
Yeah, but it's right. They're right.
So they're going punt.
They're gonna punt.
Yeah, they're gonna punt. Yeah. Oh,
They are going punt. Here we go. Dave, I will let you know. I forgot your number that you got pregame. Live total for me 47.5.
8.5. I got it last night.
Okay.
So I'm really surprised they didn't go for that actually.
It went to 48 and it went back to 48.5 and then it went down to 47. Like it moved a bunch today.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, I could jump on right now.
Minus trip out here for this one?
Huh?
We'd be going to Pub 4?
I am. I have stuff going on, but there's a break in the action. So I've looked at flights and I've looked at Airbnbs. Because I'm not staying. Hamptons was what I stayed at last time 2 years ago. But you can get like studios and 1-bedroom apartments for cheaper than hotels, and I don't have to deal with Jose trying to videotape me when I'm sleeping. So
me.
Well, didn't you try to videotape Cab?
No, that was Cab being on fucking shrooms out the fucking ass. That was fucking Big Show and Nate. He said I was on top of him as well. I just opened the door.
That wasn't 2 years ago because I remember they did that shit 2 years ago. But
that was last year.
Yeah.
That was great here. T-Moss, by the way, mentioning Hawaii Charlotte. Maddy Ice is on Hawaii, and so is Dave.
Yeah.
So there you go here. Thomas Maggione asking for live bet. I have nothing. Well, I should say I have Mike Evans touchdown props, but no one's moved live yet. There's been a bunch of Bucks action before the show here. Bucks are at plus 127 now here as well, so that should be very interesting.
I have 48.5. It says 48 on the book I have open right now. If you like the under or liked it before, it's the same number at pregame. So take it, and it's the same fucking bet.
Yeah, and J-Dub, I do not remember a slapping contest. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, I don't remember this. My Pubpaloozas run together because that's like my Super Bowl. That's when I have to be on my shit, and it does lead to everyone thinking that I am very boring or a pain in the ass or have a stick up my ass all the time. But that's just because I am freaking out actively about everything that's happening, hoping to make the weekend fun. But that's a good question, J-Dub. I don't remember.
He's talking about when you got slapped by that guy. He's not talking about. I don't think he's talking about slapping.
When I got my tits slapped.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was. I think that was 2 years ago. Then J-Dub. Yeah.
So
I was a professional.
Thursday and Friday count me in those days.
All right, lovely. Thursday and Friday for Sean Higgs. Friday is the poker tournament, so.
I've already looked at Southwest and everything. I'm booking. The thing is that I have to book everything refundable because I don't know, but I want.
That's fair. I learned my lesson about that this year, Dave.
Yeah.
I booked a trip to Asheville, non-refundable, and who would have thought that a hurricane would come in and just fuck shit up?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Asheville, North Carolina, huh?
Yeah, again, Myrtle Beach was, I guess, too boring, so they decided to switch it up, Dave. Asheville was the choice.
There you go.
So, it was very funny. And, by the way, Nasty Nate was indeed there when that wrestler slapped me, so shout out to Nasty Nate as well.
Yeah,
I don't...
I'm sad I couldn't go last year, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Higgs and I've met you, Jose, but I've never met you in person.
There you go. Higgs is everything and you want more.
I'm sure.
In person. You'll see his suitcase
Print out
of
my,
a few
confirmation
shirts. Yeah, Dave, you'll love this. You'll see his suitcase. You'll be like, "Oh, Sean, what's in the suitcase?" And you'll see $1,000, a gun, and like 2 shirts.
I was just gonna say, there's $10,000, a pistol, and one pair of underwear. That's
Yeah,
all.
he's good. He's
all you
good.
need.
You never. I could be looking. I could be buying a car. There could be a gun show. There could be.
It's Texas. You
Ricky
can do
Henderson
that.
rookie card. I don't know.
God bless America. We're in America. You should be able to carry a gun anyway.
So it's very funny that that's my lasting impression about Sean Higgs. But it's better than Mikey Money's, because I will always think that Mikey Money in my head is 5'5", and then when I saw him in person, and I've told him this 1,000 times, the most shocking height differential I've ever seen in my life. I thought he was 5'5", and he turns out to be like 6'ish, 5'11". I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. Oh god, shout out to Mikey Money. I hope we see Mikey as well at Pubpalooza.
Heel lotion. There's no heel lotion.
You can buy that anywhere.
Shocking height difference for me. Not that I thought that he wasn't tall, but he's that tall as Wham.
Oh yeah, that was the first
Really
one. Yeah.
tall.
Yeah, that was the first one. It's like people told me, like, do you know that Wham's like 6'8"? I was like, what?
He's like
He's
6'6".
tall. So tall, yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, he's like
That's a big
5'10", man. He's just like a normal guy. And then Wham just pops up, big, tall as fuck.
Huge.
Oh man, shout out to Wham as well. Since we're on the topic, Jimmy always says that people say they expect him to be short, and that makes me laugh.
I don't get that. I see Jimmy the exact height as when I met him. I'm like, you're exactly who I thought you were gonna be.
I'm gonna have to go on Amazon and get some kind of poster from one of his movies on Autograph with his name on it.
That would be sick.
Well, you
That
have to
would be
get his
sick.
name because it's not anyway. You know.
Yeah,
That would be
I know
sick.
I know.
You know, Sean Higgs. That's not a bad idea. I am now intrigued of doing the same thing. That would be so fucking funny.
Like, or even better, get a printed of him in his scene with the girl,
Oh,
printed
God.
out like a picture.
I just
There's a
want.
place in the mall here I saw down in Sugarland. It's like bring a picture, they print it out and make it a painting, like a full size.
Yeah. I have the same thing. I have 3 of them actually. They're all 3 pictures of Fenway Park that my girlfriend Helga took. She took all the
no
pictures.
fun. I think I'm bringing everybody. I brought Bucky shirts last year. I think I'm bringing the Wire for everybody this year. I think the Wire is going to get.
You know what? I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
Or a heel pick. I don't know which one to do, or maybe like both. Like
The heel pick would be. I think somehow the heel pick is more disgusting.
Here's to a healthy 2025, everybody. I'll sign it.
Oh god, that'd be great. Now Sean, I'm gonna have to start looking at eBay and Amazon for Final Destination posters. Now
Right.
you've put that in my head now, and I'm gonna have to do that research.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I want to go.
Is
Like,
there a schedule of events yet? I know Friday's a poker tournament. I know Sunday's the show of whatever sort. But what's going on? Do we know anything else yet? Or
I don't have anything, or well, I should say we don't have anything as of yet. We haven't even met to start planning Pubpalooza yet, so it'll be very fun. That'll start very soon. But we can indeed tell you, obviously, Friday, like you said, poker tournament. Sunday, comedy show. I have put it in his head. I would love Pavone to be the comedian this year as well. We all know Pavone is a guy that's come on these programs before. He's a gambler, so I think that would be very funny. And Sonny, I think, is going to be at Pubpalooza again, just to come.
Cool. Yeah, he was a comedian when I came.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Shout out to old Sonny Dollywald there. So it's gonna be fun. I don't know exactly what Saturday night's gonna be, but I can tell you, Dave, that it's gonna involve a lot of drinking at the bar and watching college football.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I should say.
Yeah, I dropped. You guys made a good the week. Everything about what you did was good because if not just even the cost of going there, but that's not it's not the right time for everyone to be there. I know this is the thing. Okay, you want to go, you're going to go to the game, you're going to spend the money. Some people might fork out the money, but you're excluding people, I think, and it's more inclusive for being the week that you chose.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with the decision, but I would agree with you there. So yeah, I didn't even have anything to do with the decision, but I'll take the credit. Thank you. Nuke Worker obviously mentioning that hopefully he has a cornhole tournament at some point in there as well. We have the boards still.
Yeah,
So that's the
they were
best.
playing that outside.
That's the best part about Pubpalooza, I think, is that we have a base of operations in Southtown 101. If you want your alcoholic beverages, they're right there. You want your food, it's right there. We've got the cornhole boards. We bought a poker table, so Big Show will be there dealing cards after the poker tournament as well. And that'll be a lot of fun here. By the way, and I'll continue to say this until the poker tournament, I guarantee you I win the Pub Sports Radio poker tournament this year. I guarantee it. I will be in it. I cannot wait. I am a dominant tournament poker player. In our cash games, I suck dick because I'm too scared to lose my money. But a tournament, I'm ready.
Did they
wheeling and dealing?
You kept the table all weekend, right? So they were running you playing cash games all weekend?
Yep. And luckily this time, Jimmy doesn't have to negotiate with the poker tournament people. He doesn't have to get taken to the coals by them this year. We have our own table that we can just leave there this time as well. Very funny. J-Dub, is there a baseball tournament this year? No. How funny would it be if there was a baseball tournament, though, J-Dub? It'd be hilarious. Nasty Nate, side bet, you don't even make the money. How about a last longer, Nasty Nate? Me versus you.
I'll do that. If Nasty Nate doesn't.
Whoa, Dave. Whoa.
I've done one with Nasty Nate, and I had to go hound him for the money, but he paid me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dave, I didn't offer it to you, Dave. I've got Nasty Nate's number when it comes to poker. I just psych him out.
He won the first. Didn't Nate win the first one? I think he did, didn't he?
Ski Profit and someone else won it. I don't remember who the other person was because I got the bong that was also a part of the tournament as well. So it was very funny. So just like and by the way, Dave, it was obviously a gigantic Lakers bong, so I couldn't even keep it. I didn't want to keep it because why the fuck it was a LeBron dad. I was like, this is disgusting. So I just gave it to someone. I think I might have sold it. I don't even remember.
Oh, what a fucking catch!
Is there our boy Mike Evans?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, here we go.
To middle of the field, but it was just he two fingered it.
Yeah.
Nasty Nate, by the way, saying
his
he won. There we go.
Bottom fingers too.
Yeah.
Nasty Nate, I didn't even know.
Thank you.
Ooh, what a catch. You were right. That was a fucking hell of a catch. All right. Offense matriculating. Now, it would be nice to get the one touchdown because to get the one touchdown or to get two touchdowns, we need the one. So let's start with a little Mike Evans touchdown here would be great. All right, 1st and 10. This has already happened for you guys, but another Mike Evans reception. He goes back a few yards, probably a gain of 2-3 yards there, maybe. Very funny. Okay, so that makes sense there, Nasty Nate. I remember that, yeah. So there you go. Nasty Nate was amongst the winners there. Jimmy and Pete won 1 year as well. That was hilarious. We had one of and I think it was Jeff's cousin. I don't remember how they were related, but he won last year at Brooklyn Square.
Bucky Irving, big run. Almost
good.
Broke free for a touchdown.
How many yards is he at right now, Spenny?
Probably 20 or 30, probably.
Oh, climbing. All right, red zone, big red zone here for the Bucks. Just throw the lob up to Mike Evans, please. Just throw the fade. The end zone fade's the worst play in football, but just give it to the man and let us start cashing. Dougie Wise seems like he's been hit a good live bet here. He hammered.
Didn't Penny just say that Bucky scored a touchdown?
No, he broke one free and almost scored a touchdown.
He just did another nice run there. They were about 3 or 4 yards from the end zone.
Yep, 2nd and goal incoming here. Dougie Wise hammered Bucks +2 -115 there. Shout out to you, Dougie.
Let's go.
Wise
Jake
here.
McMillan +270 for a putt touchdown. Be okay.
Yeah, Jalen McMillan's been good the last couple weeks.
Who scored, Mel?
Mal,
Bucky,
please
I
give
think.
us some good news.
Yeah.
I think it's Bucky.
Yeah, it's Bucky Irving. And he almost got caught in the backfield, but he slipped the tackle.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
All right, cool. There's Bucky. There's Bucky and on end. Just Rashad White to score one for that combo touchdown.
It was just another pitch play, and like you said, Dave, just slipped that tackle. That was going to be like a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Yeah.
All right, well, I wish I would have bet Bucks live there. That plus 2.5 and money line there was very interesting. But we'll see here. Cooper Rush time, right? Higgsy, what could possibly go wrong?
Unders looking like it's probably going to be in play here. Tampa doesn't seem to be urgently doing a lot of stuff. This is shaping up to be like a 26-17 game or something like that.
I think it's going to be real close. I thought it'd be close to the number, but when I had the half, 48.5, it's just too much, way too much.
I agree. I thought it was a little high. Yeah. Kind of like the Cincinnati game. It looks like it's easy enough to say it's going to go over because of whatever, bad defense. But Tampa's off a game where they scored 41. Everybody's going to run to an over. Huh? Dallas is terrible. They give up a lot of rushing.
I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. So besides the primetime deal, there was no trend. There was no trending towards one way or another. So you had to just your cap had to be different. So if you thought the number was high, then you thought to yourself, what do the Cowboys really have to do, like to play for? I mean, like I said, besides like small bonuses and shit, like it's what effort's going to be put into it. So I understand it's the Bucs. I understand it's not great defenses, but that doesn't matter. What do they have to play for? Like, what's the motivation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, they're not a good team, too, on top of it.
Yeah.
And especially if there's motivation, it's going to be next week against Philly, a rival, so you don't get embarrassed. You know, you open up as a 10-point underdog or 8-point, come down with Hurts out or whatever. Is that you really want to get trucked out of? That's a game you're going to be a little motivated to play in.
Well, let's bring on our other guests here. Another guest, I should say here.
I remember Razor. I remember Dallas being 16-0 the last 2 years at home in the regular season.
Well, shout out to the Pack here as well. Hopefully they don't blow it against the Saints. Seems like an easy game. But let's bring him on. The one, the only, Billy Brisbane joining the program. Billy, nice to see you, my man.
Billy Ben Simmons Hall of Fame's in the house.
Billy Ben Simmons.
What up, Dave? Spenny?
Up, dude.
Billy.
I'm like dead in energy, but I'm glad you guys bring me back to life.
Well, welcome back to life, Billy.
Billy, tell Jose how crappy the AC beach is in Atlantic City. He's talking about going to the beach in Atlantic City. I'm like, it's not a real beach. It's terrible.
If you're going down to Atlantic City, you're only down there for one reason, and it's to go from casino to casino.
That's it.
See, I didn't know. I knew it was by the water. I didn't know that the casinos were not the casinos. The beaches were rocks, apparently.
You know how we talk about on the show, like what the best number is? Well, in Atlantic City, all the casinos are so close. You go and go get the best number. If you want to go to fucking Hard Rock, you go to Hard Rock, 5 minutes away. You want to go to Caesars, you go to Caesars. You want to go to DraftKings, you pull this shit up on your phone. You will get the best number.
That's funny.
There's better beaches. That's not a beach. That's not a beach.
Not a beach. That's a fucking shit show. If you're good, there's been times I placed bets in Atlantic City and then went to Ocean City.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, I'm learning more about Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, Cape May, anything but Atlantic City. Atlantic City is like
nasty, Nate. That beach wasn't bad. What are you, some kind of Viking? I mean, that's terrible.
Bill Clark says they cleaned up the beach last year. They didn't clean up the beach.
It's a tiny little beach. It's jam packed because it's a public beach. It's terrible.
Oh man, this is going to be a great debate.
By seagulls because people just put food all over the joint. It's terrible.
Higgs knows you might live in Texas, but
these are guys that live there though. That's the point. You're talking to two guys that like live there, so they know.
I also had a shore house, and my town was like a private beach. You couldn't get on it, so it was beautiful. So.
What town did you live in, Higgs?
I was in by La Valette, Ocean Beach 3.
Okay, you got. Oh, it's good, buddy.
Yeah, we had a.
Come on, Billy. You're going to be at Pubpalooza 4. We hope.
CD Lamb.
Sean Higgs is going to travel down here with $10,000 in cash, no fucking problem. You know, that's what he does.
Like 30-yard play to CD at least.
Yeah, huge play to see to start this drive here.
Well, Higgs is a person of high quality in the community because Higgs is like what you want a peak gambler. He's got the family, he's got the wife, he's got the kids, he's got the life, and he's got.
Does Lex Steele ever come in here? He goes, "Hey, we have a lot of class." I'm like, "Yeah, we got a lot of class. It's all low."
Yeah. Yes. Come on.
Thomas Maggio. I gotta
Come on. All right. Big rush. Big play by Cooper Rush and company.
Yeah.
Pitch to, I assume, old Rico. 2 yards. And Ron Lofton cashing Lamb
Nice
over
catch,
22 and a half.
Excellent.
Longest reception. Great ball
Nice
there.
one.
It's a great ball right there.
Nice.
So on Friday is
sorry, Dave.
that's cool. Friday's the Las Vegas Bowl, and that I live closer there than Phoenix, so I'm going to it. And I'm going to take in the game USC's playing with Ramon Scott.
Oh,
Dave, you got
That's so great.
man. Just pay some fucking college student to follow you guys around with the GoPro or something.
I'm trying to get C-Mac to come with us, but I don't know if he wants to pay for the ticket or not. But it's not that expensive. But I don't think he wants to go. But
who else lives by Ramon? Doesn't he? That one.
Well,
that
Ski lives there. Dutch lives there. C-Mac lives there.
yeah. I'm going to Vegas for the AFC NFC Championship week with a bunch of people that've never been to Vegas. While they do a bunch of Vegas shit, what people do in like first time in Vegas, I'm gonna go play golf with Connor Mack.
Yeah,
at some point. So
that's what I do. So I live an hour and a half away, or an hour and 45 minutes, but I've lived in Southern California, so it was a 4-hour drive. I went to Vegas twice a month my entire 20 years and 30. So it's like I know I don't go to do what other people go to do. That's why I like going and see. I've met C-Mac in San Antonio, but I like going and seeing friends that live there because we don't go to the Strip. Like I'm staying downtown, not on the Strip. Like
Dave, I think that's why I always fuck with you, Dave, because I'm the same exact way. When I go down to Atlantic City, it's like I am not going down there to go see fucking 50 Cent at no fucking pool party shit bullshit. I'm sitting in the fucking casino and I'm trying to make some fucking money.
Yeah.
Dave, a question from Flea. You gonna back USC?
No, I don't know if I'm betting the game at all. I don't know. I don't know whether it's going to be cool to see A&M and SC play. It's going to be cool to go to Allegiant because I've never actually been to a game inside. But neither school cares about the fucking game. It's nothing.
Dave, are they going to fire Lincoln Riley? By the way,
I don't know how they do. The guy was like he lives on a fucking cliff in San Pedro, and like they took some guys. He has his parking space. They kicked some guy out so he can have it. He's ingrained there. So like, I don't know. He's like not Pete Carroll, but he's like in between.
He's definitely not Pete Carroll. Just Pete Carroll got the championship games. This guy,
no.
He's Mr. 8-4.
I used the pinnacle of him and John Robbins, the pinnacle of USC coaching. Yeah. But he's ingrained there is what I'm trying to say. So I think they're gonna get if they give what's the fuckhead that they just it was that what the coach they just
I'm gonna get out of here, boys. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna hang out with my boy and stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys later, and everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys soon with some of the more extra live shows coming up. Okay.
Thank you, Spenny. Appreciate you, my man. We'll see you soon.
Love that Patriot.
See you later, boys.
Great job,
Siri Hasha says, "Yo, Billy, give me a bet, man. We're gonna look into this 11:30 p.m. game. Charlotte is taking a half across the country trip to Hawaii, and let me read
half across the country trip. They're going across half the world trip. You mean
half the world trip? For real, Sean Higgs. I mean, the line is very telling. 7.5 for Hawaii. When I fucking looked at that last night, that was like 5.5.
Well, let me tell you right now, Billy. Dave Rogers on Hawaii, Maddy Ice on Hawaii as well. So you're the third person on Hawaii.
Yeah,
and I will also be on.
There's no way you're supposed to be for people that remember when Temple went up to Hawaii last year around for the Diamond Head Aero Classic, like their Christmas tournament. Every time these East Coast teams go to Hawaii, there's like a wow factor at first of like, yo, I ain't never been to fucking Hawaii before. And then there's a time factor, I feel like that's a
Stay
terrible
away.
for them.
Oh man. Well, yeah,
It's like
I'm on.
you
I'm on
you
Hawaii
got
now.
Is South Florida and Hawaii? Obviously, they probably got there, right? Because South Florida is playing in Hawaii against San Jose. That's another like 3,000 miles away.
Yeah. Like
Charlotte to fucking Hawaii has got to be one of the furthest distances.
Fucking showed up to the party, bro. I didn't know everybody fucking had weed. I just bought my own weed.
Where at? We're talking about
What?
No, actually, Nate said we're already on Hawaii. I'm just saying, it's like, you ever show up to like a little weed social, they're like, why'd you bring weed? Like, I just bought my own weed.
I understand that, Billy.
It's not sitting watching the show. Come on.
I get it. I know, but I just bet it as well here, -7, -110 with you guys here. So how about we get a little Mike Evans touchdown, 1 or 2 of those, and then let's end the night with Hawaii action. By the way, Maddy Ice.
Hawaii UTSA. So I can wake up UTSA money. Like, because I do not want to bet them -11.5 because they're definitely not covering 11.5. But they're going to win.
Yeah, I should have probably bet them just both money lines. That would have been nice. But yeah, I'm on there with you, so it should be.
I'm on Murray State too, just so everyone knows the game's already started, but they're down 3 points. But I'm on Murray State if that's still appealing to people.
A live bet action
Murray
there for
State
Dave as well.
Dave,
live bet.
Man of the people.
Yeah.
By the way, 13-7 here. Aubrey made a pretty easy field goal. It was like from 50 yards out, and he just banged it through like nothing. So 13-7 here. Baker getting the ball back. Are they already going to get the lead again?
It's going to slow down a second. If this gets, I don't know, if I get 56 or something, 56 probably I'll go.
Oh, man. And by the way, Action Jackson, thank you for caring about my golf game. I appreciate you. I've made some adjustments, and I can confirm I'm better than last year. So
that was already over his receiving yards, 15.5. That's cashed.
That's a great name as well, Battle. Run up the middle by numero 7, who I assume is
Bucky.
Rashad White. Or is that Bucky? No,
Bucky
it's Bucky there. Excuse me. And shout out to Spenny, who needs both those touchdown props to hit there, and he has both rushing props as well for both running backs there. People just looking at what the Lions did and just taking their thunder right there, basically. Same setup here.
You're on the ball nowadays. Everybody's passing, and you got a game manager type quarterback.
Yep, it's a classic zig when everyone's zagging.
How do the Eagles look when they're running the ball with Barkley? They're pretty good at putting 200 yards rushing on a game.
Yeah.
Higgs, by the way, Higgs, does it make you fucking sick? Does it make you sick that he's gonna break Eric Dickerson's rush record? That was like one of the hallowed rushing or records in the NFL, and he's gonna smash it. Maybe.
Who's that? Barkley?
Yeah.
He's got an extra game to play. He's got
exactly. Yeah. How sick does that make you?
He's got 2 games.
That was one of like the records in the NFL, and he's gonna break that shit. Maybe smash it. And yeah, 2 games extra, and Saquon Barkley pretty good.
He's not better than him.
No, I agree with that. 3rd and inches goes for a first down.
How many? We can't even evaluate him. He hasn't been healthy enough to fucking.
What, bro? They don't even call Saquon Saquon. They call him Saquon Bitches Barkley because he brings fucking B's, triple B's, Dave. Like,
well, they call them that there for the fanboys, but you got to be kidding me. Comparing Eric Dickerson to Saquon Barkley, get the fuck.
Yeah, we're talking about not career resumes. We're talking about in like Madden.
I'm saying on the same planet. They're not on the same planet.
I'm saying you're talking about Madden. You're talking about Madden football.
He's talking about
Is that what you just said?
Video games.
Game, Higgs. Madden for 1 game. You picking Eric Dickerson? You picking Saquon?
I'm picking Bo Jackson because
I'm picking Michael Vick, bro.
I'm picking Michael Vick and Bo Jackson. Those would be my first 2 picks, but those weren't on the list.
Michael Vick is a cheat code.
Oh, I don't know. Bo Jackson was.
Yeah,
Shout out to
for 20 years, so I don't know. So
shout out to head coach Michael Vick, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Did he get that job out there? They're supposed to give him a ton of money.
Yeah, I've so many things. Like I saw that Higgsy and I saw that it was like if you're our coach and if we somehow make it to the Pac-12, we'll give you that $50 million in NIL.
Is that what they're doing? That's a really smart move. They were looking at Colorado. They're looking at other teams that have like had a coach to push the program. That's really smart.
Yeah. So they're in the process of that. But yeah, I saw that it was like get us to the Pac-12, you get all that money.
50, they have 15, 20 mil for nil, these guys?
I doubt that.
Yeah. State, yeah.
I doubt that. I have a buddy that's a coach at Ball State, and he told me that like 3 of their players get NIL. Like 3 of them are big enough to get NIL.
Yo, back in the day before NIL was the NIL, schools and universities at like the lower level at like D2, they used to do the refund checks, and these players would get the fattest refund checks, and the shit that they would do with the refund checks is just disgusting.
I'm sure it wasn't just at the small schools.
I mean,
bro. Do you know why
know that the star basketball player gets a refund check and just buys
the NCAA are the biggest bunch of cocksuckers because the sanctions, SC got the same sanctions as Penn State did when that guy diddled those kids because of Reggie Bush and all those guys had his Heisman taken away for 15, whatever it was. It still crippled the program. Now they're actually getting paid. This is fucking, it makes me sick to my stomach that was happening back then. Like things were happening and it crippled the program for 2 decades.
Yeah, shout out to SMU. Yeah, shout out to SMU. Great documentary. McMillan, by the way, big catch there for like 15 yards.
That was even that was decades.
Yeah, that was a good documentary.
And a big pass to Cook, and it went to somebody else. McMillan for a touchdown. Could at least go to Mike Evans. We get a Mike Evans touchdown.
Well, that would be nice here.
If there's not a Mike Evans touchdown, I don't want a touchdown in the rest of the game. How about that? We'll agree to that.
Higgs, isn't it funny that SMU gets the death penalty and all that stuff, but when NIL comes back, they're immediately back up and they're in the playoffs?
Listen, they can say what they want about it. It was a bad game. They that first drive, if they score there at 7-0, it changes the whole aspect of the game, right? The guy missed the 4th down, dropped the pass. They're going to be a good team because they got the money. They had the money in the 80s. It'll be back. That'll be a good ACC team.
They got SMU, yeah.
It's Texas, bro. They're going to pay those kids.
Yeah.
And SMU is the most, fun fact, SMU is the most expensive school to attend in Texas.
I was going to say, bro, they got shit load of money, bro.
Yeah, private institution right there. So, shout out to SMU. Very interesting. 3rd and 5 coming up. This is borderline go for it territory.
You know what's my field goal territory, though, Higgs, from that game? Drew Aller is not him at all. I see why the fuck he's coming back for another year. Oh my god, dude. He like, you take away those defensive touchdowns, man. That game was
yes.
Yeah, I don't trust Drew Allard either.
What is the line in that game coming up? Aren't they giving 8? What are they giving? 10 to Boise? What are they giving to Boise?
Yeah. So I think it was 10 points. I was again pretty shocked.
I haven't played any of those games yet.
I was seeing.
I got an 11 at DraftKings.
What's that sports book in Vegas, Higgs, that you do the show for? I saw that you do the guest spots for. They fucking had dude was talking about how much Boise action he was taking at one of his spots.
That'd be Circa.
By the way, Dave is accurate when he says sack on Baker Mayfield here. So now field goal for sure if they've got the leg for it.
And also South Point gets a lot of that action because they're up. Because they get the Rampart up there. They're close to the
what?
By the border up there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they get a lot of people coming over.
They punted and it's they're gonna pin them. Oh, they're going to pin him inside the 5.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. What do I know? Todd Bowles.
They got.
Oh, wait a minute. No. They're flapping the arm. He didn't get it. It's a touchback, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck you, Todd Bowles. I was right. Just like that.
You'll see it. It's really. Oh, he stepped on the goal line.
And listen, you're in it. It's a 1-score game. You don't get it. You give them at midfield, and they could possibly go up 20-7. It's a smart move. They're not moving the ball, Dallas. You hold them here. Maybe you kick the field goal, and you get the ball second half, though, Jose. So this could be 13-10 at the half.
I agree.
Or 13-7, you got the ball, so you're still a score down. So it's not terrible. You don't want to give them the ball.
And then the NFL has to, make the game interesting, because one of the things that you'll learn is not everybody stays up for these football games. It's the craziest. People go to sleep. A lot of people go to sleep at halftime for these primetime games for Sunday night and Monday night. Like, people that have like work and stuff like that. Like, it's very common. Maybe they're trying to make the game more interesting because their views suck.
See, the old days were good, Billy, way before you were born. There was no Sunday night game. So you'd have to stay up till halftime on Monday if your parents let you to watch the halftime scores to find out, like if you didn't get the paper. And they'd always have the Alcoa Presents Fantastic Finishes. It was fabulous. Is Ramon in the chat? You remember Alcoa Presents Fantastic Finishes? It was done, and have like a highlight from the Sunday game. You're laughing. It's on YouTube. You could find it.
It's just funny. It's funny you explaining, like, literally. I think I'm like 6 to 10 years. How old are you, Higgs, again? 48?
50. Just turned 50 this summer.
Okay, I turned 4, so I'm 10 years younger than you, and Billy's like 15 years younger than me. It's funny, and Jose's in that range. It's funny to actually now the gap is meaningful enough for you to explain things and it to be funny, like it's old fart talk. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna lie about this at halftime, bro. In like '93, my guy wasn't even there. He's not even there on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
You'd have to put in your night game in at like 3:45 before he left at 4:15.
I find it fascinating. The things I find fascinating pre-technology, obviously navigating, because I use my GPS for everything. I can't imagine printing out MapQuest bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
What about writing instructions down? Writing instructions down. It wasn't even, there was no MapQuest. It was turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left.
I remember the MapQuest area where you would do fucking.
You make the call. Yes, Mel.
Bring out the MapQuest. I remember that, but
I remember watching my parents doing it, and now I couldn't do it. Higgs so here's a question, Higgs. When you drove from Padre to fucking Tennessee or where the fuck you drew Padre to fucking Jersey, was that MapQuest? Did you have GPS?
Thomas Guide for sure.
No, we were just. I think maybe it was written down. They just said, "Oh, we're just going this way," and they knew how to get there. I don't know how. We just took some highways. We just followed the sign south.
Damn, that's nuts.
I
don't know.
I'll tell you, how about this? When I go to Vegas or San Antonio, wherever I go, I print out a map from wherever I'm at back to my home, wherever I'm at. So in case something happens, there's an EMP goes off, I could walk back to where I have to be.
Oh no! If an EMP goes off, I'm fucking dead. Fuck! I'm stuck on the side of the road. Even if I'm in San Antonio, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah, paper maps. I remember going on a road trip, pulling it out in the dash with my grandpa, going, "Oh, we're going to 395." Like fucking paper maps.
Yes.
By the way, Higgsy,
and you fold it up the wrong way, you know.
Higgsy mentioned his name, and he appears. Ramon Scott.
There he is.
Ramon came into my show the other day. Look at this photo, Ramon. He looks like some bad MF. Look at this photo. This guy. He
looks like Joseph Stalin without a beard and a mustache.
Joseph Stalin.
He looks like a communist leader. He looks like a dictator.
Dude, this guy looks like he would just string you up at the podium, like, "Oh, well, you don't like my bet? Death."
Exactly. Yeah, that is a South American dictator if I've ever seen one.
Man,
he looks formidable. That's the word for that picture. Is formidable.
Yeah, you see this guy? I don't mess with this guy, bro.
That's Peru's dictator about 30 years ago, right there.
Ramon Scott, the Peruvian dictator.
I can see that right there.
See, let me tell you something. 2 weeks ago, if that was his icon in here, I'm not making fun of WNBA, but I will now because Billy Briz is here. Because Billy Briz isn't intimidating as Ramon.
Did you see my girl Juju last night?
Who? Juju Smith?
Juju Watkins. He was doing shit Caitlin Clark wish she could do at 19 years old. Oh my God! Just bop, bop, bop.
Oh, hold on. I saw some moron put that person could play in the NBA. So of course, I just
nice. She's
blocked that person.
Clark's like, normal human. It's a great American story, but Juju's actually 6'2", Angel Reese is 6'3" in hindsight. Can you imagine Angel Reese being a fucking guard and dribbling a ball like one of the best players in the country and shooting fucking threes from NBA range? That's who Juju fucking Watkins is.
Wait, Angel Reese is only 6'3"?
Yes, bro. Juju Watkins is 6'2", bro. Like, that's how tall she is, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, I know that Juju is the next one there. So shout out to her. I fucking am a Caitlin Clark card holder. So
USC is holding on to. You wonder where all their NIL money's going to? It's going to Juju Watkins, and the Nike's trying to help out.
Well, she's gonna reap the benefits of Caitlin Clark blowing everything up. That was kind of Ramon's whole thing, is that, you know,
but Juju actually, like, bro, no bullshit, just like real basketball talent wise, bro. How are you almost 6'2", 6'3" at the age?
Well, you know, centers in the WNBA are like 6'2", 6'3". Tina Charles.
Dude, girls don't hit their prime in women's basketball until the ages of 24 through 28.
That's nuts. By the way, Ramon calling it now the USC National Championship there with the Trojans and the Cocks. So that'll be fun. 3rd and 4, by the way, in this
the female Cocks.
Wow, 3rd and 4, and CeeDee Lamb catches a huge play, gets down at the 5, landed on the football wrong and is down, but there is a flag. I anticipate being that defensive holding, I assume, but CeeDee did land on the ball there, it seems like, and is now walking off the field. So probably got the wind knocked out of him here. But yeah, it looks like they're going to call the holding there on the defense.
Give it to Cooks.
Yeah, this is prime opportunity for you, Higgs.
Give it to Cooks. You know it's going to go to Dowdle, but they'll bring in Zeke to justify his salary.
Oh my God! Do you guys remember that Zeke's playing football?
Higgs, you know who's going to the fucking Cowboys next year is Genty, the Boise State kid. They're gonna have him and Donald, man. It's gonna be the Cowboys are just setting themselves up for years.
That would be tragic if they drafted him first round.
7 and 9 seasons.
Yeah, like they're gonna draft. If you look at a lot of mock drafts, they're very highly rumored to get.
Higgs, you're a Cowboys fan from Jersey, aren't you?
Oh, yes, so.
Draft a lineman. Can we have an offensive line? If you don't have an offensive line, it doesn't make a difference who your quarterback is, who your running back. You can't throw the ball from your back. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay, they don't run a play. They go into the 2-minute warning there. So very interesting. Very interesting. 2-minute warning.
Everyone wants the sexy. Let's get this guy. Can you get an offensive lineman to protect your guy?
Well, this is the whole thing. I think you're an idiot, and if you have a top 10 draft pick, if you're not drafting an edge rusher or a tackle, an offensive tackle, those are the two things you should, because they're the most important fucking cherished things. I mean, they change your team immediately.
If you have a young quarterback in the draft, you got to give him the what's the blind side tackle spot, the left tackle spot. You got to get
that's what I'm saying. Left tackle or edge rusher. Those are the two things you should be drafting.
Yeah. Don't let go. We could draft this guy. That's great. How'd it work out for Bijan Robinson with Pitts and Drake London and Mooney? How's that offense doing? Terrible.
Yeah.
You need offensive linemen.
Yep. Agreed. How many guys that are the next guy to get paid want to get paid where you can go buy those guys. You can't buy a Hall of Fame. You can't buy a Joe Thomas. You can't buy a Micah Parsons.
Those left tackles don't go on free agency.
They hurt too much, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They stay there forever. They're done.
They're usually there for like 8 to 10 years. Like
even guys who aren't Joe Thompson, how many times they say you go draft this guy, he's plug and play for 10 years. Now we're gonna put a guy in here who's gonna play for the next 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Chargers did.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the Chargers did with Joe Alt.
Joe Alt, amazing draft pick.
I am praying every day that the Jets don't draft a quarterback and they just go line and we figure out quarterback later, but I don't trust those fuckers, unfortunately.
Wager detective. The crazy thing is, Cam Ward could go number 1. Him and Shader are going to go back to back. Who's to say they didn't do one for Vegas? The most bet money line underdog today was the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. That's wild.
I couldn't believe that. By the way, I could easily see the Vegas Raiders just being like, okay, Giants, I want to trade up to number 1. Here's another first-round pick and just be jackasses.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, they'll just flip spots. They'll give them like 2 extra picks that
Sixers did with the how the Celtics did with
yeah.
the Sixers, and we traded up for Markelle Fultz instead of getting fucking Jason Tatum at the pick that we should have got him at. Like,
yeah, it's hilarious. And shout out to my guy, fucking Danny Ainge there. Flea Mac, unfortunately, Joe Thomas was just cursed.
He's on a shitty ass team, but the point is that you get a guy. He's a Hall of Famer. You get a guy. You get the guy that protects your guy, and you get him for his entire career.
You're talking about never won a Super Bowl, so it doesn't. Is that his? Like if you're relying on your offensive
know that when you're
tackles to win a Super Bowl for you got problems.
Yeah, you're trying to draft him to win one, and he happened to get drafted on one of the worst football organizations on the planet. So,
man,
sucks.
Vita Vea just fucking ate that running back. Jesus Lord. I hope that
sounds like a horrible quarterback setback. That's the thing. People, Billy's like, oh, Cam Ward and shit. You think these guys? Last year, Cam Ward. When you transfer teams, I'm just saying, like DJ Ukulele is going into the NFL, right? He's going pro. Like that guy went to 3 teams in 3 years. You didn't win. You're not. People think like, oh, look at this guy we got. Yeah.
The way Will Howard
is a quarterback in the NFL.
Sleeper in the draft.
Yeah, none of the quarterbacks this year really.
Quarterback number. You want number 1 quarterback? That's fine. You could draft whoever you want. I'll trade. Here's my number 1 pick. Give me your number 1 for the next 2 years, and number 2, I'll take my chances with whatever I got.
Shit,
because I'm gonna have.
I agree.
He was running offense.
Legit. You're gonna sell the franchise for Cam Ward or the Sanders show like that. That's what you need. You need that act on a bad team. He's going to a team that is trash, no matter what.
CD, right there at the goal line. They are. I didn't see an official call yet, but it looks like they're going to give CD the touchdown there.
They should review it because it's.
They're going to review it.
Yeah, he had his elbow down before the ball crossed the plane.
That was very. Yeah, he's down. All right, well, they're going to review this and bring this back most likely, so no CD touchdown here. But like Ramon just said, he's having a huge half, catching the ball a shitload. Shout out to Kongs, who dropped that parlay with CD Lamb.
Like, hey, great, but he gets like, can you imagine that act in New York, how bad that team is? Like, he's going to change that team?
I'm worried that the Jets fall into that.
To go to the Raiders, Higgs. That might be his best bet is to go to the Raiders.
The Patriots just drafted a quarterback. If I'm the Patriots, what are the Patriots doing? If you're
the Patriots, you get Hunter.
Yeah, they're going to draft Travis Hunter.
The Jaguars have 2 quarterbacks from the same draft in Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence. What are they doing?
That's lineman. That's lineman territory for sure.
What are the Titans doing? The Titans just drafted a guy 2 years ago. What are the Titans doing?
Lineman territory.
What are the Browns doing? You got 9 quarterbacks on your roster.
Now that's quarterback territory.
You're drafting Sanders, who's got a giant. The kid drives a Bentley. The guy makes more money than guys on your team.
Actually, I'm going to say this. Everyone knows my Colorado. The Raiders, Colorado angst, Tiggs. But I'm going to tell you right now, he is one of the better quarterbacks to be able to be drafted in a while.
Who's that?
You
Sanders?
think so?
I think so. I think so. And I'm not a big Deion. I'm a Deion player guy, not a Deion coach guy. I think he's ready to come in. The problem is, and this is to be seen, has the influence from his dad, the mindset that he has. He's a different culture. He's not how's his discipline? How's his leadership? How's the things? How has the money gotten to his head? He's driving a Maybach.
I'm down AP. Perfect timing.
But you understand what I'm saying? This NIL thing might have got to his head. It might his athleticism.
Ezekiel Elliott. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Zeke comes in and gets a touchdown. Was he always 15, Higgs?
15 pounds overweight, probably.
He looks weird in that number for whatever reason. I don't know why it looks weird.
But weird with his nose ring.
3 or something for him.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Ezekiel Elliott.
Do you have a nose ring?
Come on, Dave.
I didn't know. I'm not,
I'll fuck around and, we might wear some male tank tops and stuff like that. But the nose ring and the piercing is unreversible.
I'm with you.
Jose
I
smokes.
think he's got a belly button ring
Oh
too.
my God, Jose smokes marijuana. This is a great day.
Yeah. I'm actually
keep
running
going. I'll be right
low,
back.
so it's fucked. I'm running low and it's fucked, Billy. Christmas has got me over a fucking barrel. But there you go, Zeke, 20-7 here. Wow, I can't believe the Cowboys are out here just slapping them around like this.
To be honest with you, I am highly shocked that this game is going like this. But if you ever have watched Baker Mayfield, man, Baker Mayfield is like the king of like making games fun again. Of like,
Yeah, when he's gonna be the gunslinger here and do his thing, I could easily see that. So I fucking hate
There's
the
a
guy,
minute
but
and 45 left. They
I
still
could
put
see a
up field goal,
score.
and they get the ball to start the second half.
so I'm gonna put in this parlay of this is for tomorrow's games: Hawaii, UTSA, Green Bay -3. Chalk donkey special.
Shout out to the Packers here. I will let you guys know here. I'm gonna look at live lines for Tampa Bay here, real quick. Tampa Bay again. Sean, you kind of nailed it there when you mentioned how they're gonna get the ball now, potentially score, and then get the ball again here. Because live, I'm still getting 2.5 here. This time it's now plus money, but still 2.5 here. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and they're down 2 touchdowns basically. So that tells you what you need to know. Tells you what you need to know.
Very interesting game here. Dave, how are you feeling about your under over there?
I don't know. I think it's a slowdown.
Fair enough.
I get a 54.5, and it's just the under. I think it slows down. I still think we play it, but it's not worth betting again.
Okay. Gotta ask.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my goodness.
I can still this saying under. If Tampa's going to just not show up, this is going to be 34-10.
I would still be pretty surprised if the Cowboys scored 30 points. You know, I'm not going to lie.
Too, terrible. So Jack, well, I'll go into my old man stage talking about remaking shit. I know Happy Gilmore was a 90s movie, but still, will you stop? Stop with the crappy remakes. It's not the same. It was great. That was peak Adam Sandler, Billy Madison. That was like just peak, that time. What are we doing making? He can't come up with something new. Why can't they? There's no brains out here to come up with something new. And Polar Express, I think I saw like once or twice with the kids. I don't think they really loved it. Again, why are we doing that? You know why they make all this stuff? Because it harkens back to the people now. Was this almost 20 years later, right? We're talking 95. You know what? Because now those people might have kids, and you know what? They have money, so they'll go out and spend it because, it'll remind me of my youth, and it's going to be some crap ass movie. Who's excited about that? It's terrible. How's it going to make a better Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, I'm glad that
they made are trash. They've been trash.
I agree with you.
Higgs.
Give me an 80s or 90s movie remake they did. That's good.
I agree. I can't. I'm not going to watch the Polar Express 2, to say the least.
Yeah, right. How was Red Dawn better?
I'm just kidding. I don't do. The first Red Dawn is awesome.
I watched it and I almost had to turn it off because because at the first Red Dawn it's I can't believe they got the banner up from the football game. So this one actually showed the football game and the kids like talking crap to the coach. Like, really? Like the stupid nonsense, like typical like how kids are today. Like they'd be like saying something to the coach, like nonsense.
Did you see the new Dune? I've only seen the original Dune.
No, I've never seen any of the Dune. That was Dune. I didn't interest me in Dune.
I hate to break up. I hate to break up this party here, but back-to-back big receptions for the Bucs, but there's a flag on this one here. Sterling Shepard over the middle. Got cracked and held on to it, but we'll see what the flag is here.
King. Didn't the lion die? I didn't even watch Lion King. I'm pretty sure the lion died. Didn't he die?
Yeah. Well, the dad
holding on the defense, so decline penalty. Bucs already in field position to score here. So very interesting.
Someone says Mahomes. What's up with Mahomes? He's not playing.
He'll be fine. That guy's made of fucking putty, apparently.
I mean, did you see him play the other day?
Hey, getting dubs. However he can get it, I guess.
I thought for sure he'd probably sit out that game. Like that would be the game he sat out because they got a game on Wednesday.
The Madden,
maybe he doesn't play in the Wednesday game.
Higgs, the Madden, whatever, fucking, it was like the first Madden experience game and all that. They weren't about to let Wentz fucking do that. Play that.
And they're not going to let him sit on Christmas Day when Netflix paid a shitload of money for those games. So he's playing, Jack. Don't you worry. And Mel, don't worry. I still love and trust your hockey plays there. I went 3-1 that day in hockey, so it was pretty shocking that the one play that I guess you gave me lost. I couldn't believe it that happened, but I still love and trust. Don't you worry. 2nd and 4, Mel mentioned overthrow Evans in the end zones or the red zone, so I can't wait to see this. Excuse me, the end zone, you said. Ugh, this is going to be disgusting.
I'm glad, though, that this game is in Dallas and we get a motivated Baker. Like, Baker's always motivated, but Baker is, I mean, if I'm not to be mistaken, wasn't this fucking high school national championship game in this fucking stadium?
Yep. See Higgs? See Higgs? Texas Baker went to school in Austin, Texas Tech, won his Big 12 championship here, Higgs. See?
Like, Baker's fired up to play in this drawing.
Come on. 3rd and 4 here. Big one coming. Dave's probably already seen the play twice on the replays here, but I'll call it. 1 minute left. Run up the middle that gets them a first down. Shocker. I thought that play was fucked.
Shrek 5. Shrek 5? What about, are we doing like Puss in Boots 3? Like, what the hell?
I will watch Shrek 5. I will not be watching Puss in Boots.
It's like somebody like the Fast and Furious franchise that has like 12 movies or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I respect that because they just keep going up.
Yes. Here's the thing. At least the Fast and Furious, you knew exactly the nonsense you were getting from the first one.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be bad the whole time, and you had to buy in or not.
Whoa! It's a great movie.
Awesome. The first movie's awesome. That's it.
I like the first one.
Tokyo Drift's awesome.
Like, what were they thinking in like the second one where it wasn't even the actors? Then you're like, you know what? Screw. Let's just go back and try to make a franchise of car chases, which is fine. You know what you're getting on that.
Higgs, I'm in. Let's say less. A franchise is full of race cars driving fast and people looking cool. I'm in, Higgsy. Say less.
That's fine. Keep churning that out. It's like the Marvel crap that they keep churning out.
Yeah, that's unfortunately tough.
We got a McMillan plus 270 touchdown.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
I'm gonna defend the Marvel movies because each of them had stories way before the movies were there. The comic books, so it's
yes. Well, I'm just saying from the standpoint of they build off of each other and they have stories.
Yeah. I'm down with making as many Marvel movies, and I'm a nerd too, but I'm down with that. That makes sense to me. But like for the Fast and the Furious, you had to either say, I'm going to watch, this is going to be garbage. We know exactly what this garbage is going to be.
Yes.
Or it wasn't for you. Like you either bought in or you didn't. That was it.
My brother-in-law, like probably like 2010, 2011, he's like, you know what? He's like, going forward, he's like, oh, these movies are just going to be franchises. He's like, you're going to get Hunger Games. You're going to get the Iron Mans, then he talked about like Maze Runner books or something like before they came out. He's like, they're just going to be able to come out and pump out like the Harry Potter, like 6 off of and franchise off of just certain things because they have no ideas. Because I was bitching about like probably Total Recall or some nonsense that came out back in 08, 09 or some nonsense. Maybe it was a RoboCop or something.
Higgs, I forgot. I have not watched this movie yet, Higgs. But I watched the opening scene and I couldn't believe it. And this is a movie that I'm sure you have seen from your time, and it's preposterous. The Last Boy Scout.
Oh man, Bruce Willis. I love it.
Higgsy, I haven't even gotten to the part where Bruce Willis is in it. I only watched the opening, and this man just running on the football field, and he just pulls out a gun and starts shooting people. What a ridiculous concept! I couldn't believe it.
Nice gambling movie.
I could not believe that as how the movie started. So I might have to go watch The Last Boy Scouts
Yes.
tonight.
We'll watch The Last Boy Scout. Fabulous movie.
So-
Speed. I saw Speed in the movie theater.
Oh yeah, Speed was a good movie. But
That is a
it
good
wasn't
movie.
even
Shouts
his
to
best.
Keanu.
Point Break. Point Break is the best
Oh.
fucking Keanu Reeves movie of all time.
I saw Point Break. I saw that in the theater, and I went to see Point Break live with my wife, like
What?
quadruply 4 steps away from the ocean off Broadway in like Brooklyn or
Oh.
somewhere, some church basement where they took an audience member to play Keanu Reeves' role. Like an audience member
Wow.
goes in and plays that, you play the role as Johnny Utah.
So you saw an off-Broadway rendition of Point Break?
Yes, and we were just got married. My friend gave me tickets. It was for a quasi wedding gift. Like, hey man, go watch this or something. We're gonna take your wife. Go. It was after we got married. Yeah, it's fabulous.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it was like
great.
in some basement of like the old like Webster Hall or some nonsense, like some abandoned church. And Johnny Utah was if you sat down regular folding chairs, you reached under, and if you had the thing, you were like Johnny Utah. And like
You're
the
like,
whole audience
"Fuck."
knows the movie, so it's like mass participation. There's like plastic when they throw the water on you when they're surfing. It's great.
Man, that's hilarious. Man. By the way, shout out to Kong dropping in here, dropping that McMillan touchdown there. The Juice saying Sandra Bullock was my crush in 8th grade because of Speed. Man,
Yeah, she was
I
kind of
get
cute.
that.
You know who also was in Speed?
Oh,
the
huge
Camp-
Cowboys play just now. Sorry, Higgsy. Huge play to the tight end. That's Ferguson there for
Fergie.
about 20, 30 yards
my
there,
bumps.
close to field goal range. Well, I should say they're basically in field goal range now with Aubrey indoors here. Will be interesting to see what they do.
I mean, yeah. Hey, Aubrey's field goal range is like Curry. Oh, look, Curry's on his own foul line. He's in 3-point range.
Exactly. That's why I'm really hoping they let him try the 70-yard field goal here again. That'd be let him do it indoors. He can make it.
Cameron Fry from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of the bus guys. He's one of the people on the bus. He's the guy who Sandra Bullock tries to get away from on the bus.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Demolition Man with Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone, where you could have virtual reality sex with other people, and she's like, "You want to have sex?" He's like, "Sure," because he wasn't from that time. And you put in this virtual reality, and it's going.
A great Wesley Snipes movies in that.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
You got Dennis Leary.
Dennis,
be
Leary.
happy. I'd rather live in his whole act in that. His lines were literally his comedy sketch.
Dennis
That's
Leary
hilarious.
was also in. I'm thinking of Dennis Hopper. I'm not Dennis.
Do you
Leary,
see any
sorry.
burger? You see any cows around here? This is a rat burger. I'm eating a rat burger. See, senor. Oh, it's good.
Well, let's just say Dabby Cab mentioning Halle Berry and Swordfish.
Swordfish,
Oh, yeah.
excellent movie.
That's with
They paid her like $10 million to take her top off.
Hugh
What was the girl
Jackman.
that was in Tomb Raiders? What was her name?
Hugh Jackman and John Travolta.
She got naked in that, but she got her boobs out.
Sam Neill is in that. Sam Neill is a senator.
Tomb
Breakfast Club was okay.
Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy
The
Lee
Park
Jones,
is
San
Mine.
Antonio resident. Higgsy.
Go look for The Park is Mine. Tommy Lee Jones. He plays a Vietnam vet. He takes over Central Park. It's fabulous.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones, San Antonio resident. A man of the people, apparently. Goes to the stores and shit. Just apparently hangs
Really?
out here in San Antonio. Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Yeah, I could tell you where you could find him pretty easily, Higgsy. So don't worry there. Sacked. Got to take your time out now, probably. And I'm actually glad they sacked him. Make the field goal longer for Aubrey here.
The Specialist. Yes, Sylvester Stallone. And we got a little James Wood. I like James Woods. Jimmy Woods. Drama. Jimmy Woods is here. I need my tickets. Specialist. You ever seen The Specialist?
No, I'm suddenly a lot more interested now after that impersonation right there.
Of Jimmy Woods? Yeah, that's a...
He
Yeah,
was
shout
out.
the pimp in Casino, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lester Diamond.
Yes, you know his name from the movie. That's so funny. He's also
Casino, great movie.
popular poker player.
He was also in Any
Did
Given
you
Sunday.
say
He's the
it?
doc.
Yeah.
He's the doctor.
Yeah, he's a poker player.
Yep, Tropic Thunder was also a great movie there as well. That's a newer. That's a. I don't know what
Who was
year
Tom
that came
Cruise in
out.
that? Les Coleman at the end dancing.
Yeah, he was. I didn't know. For the longest fucking time, I didn't know that was Tom Cruise.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
you know, I was
Tom-
talking.
Sorry.
I was watching. Me and my son were watching an Entourage episode where it's like he goes in, and he's like, "Oh man, I feel like, am I gonna be okay?" And Vince, what's his name? Ari's like, "Listen, I didn't hire you because I think you could act. I hired you because I thought you were a movie star, and you haven't acted like one." And then I was telling my son, he talks about Colin Farrell. He's like, Colin Farrell could be in terrible movies because people think he's a movie star. And think about and he's like, who's that now? But he's absolutely right. Like Colin Farrell, do you think he's a good actor? All right, they got him dressed up in the Penguin. He's all right.
He's a terrible actor.
You just think of him as he's a movie star. We're like, who's a really good actor? Like who acts? Like somebody like Nick Cage gets into a role like Val Kilmer.
He's just Nick Cage. 58-yard attempt, by the way, real quick. Higgsy, and of course, just bangs it through. Nothing. Like fucking nothing to that guy.
Just think of guys like as Tom Cruise. I look at Tom Cruise as, I mean, the guy's a movie star. He's an action junkie. I mean, he's ridiculous. But he's had some pretty, I guess, drama-ish kind of roles, But like, would you put like a Tom Hanks? Like, look at Tom Hanks. Is Tom Hanks a good actor? He played Forrest Gump.
He is
not anymore.
The most versatile actor to ever act. And I can listen.
Tom Hanks.
Yes. He's played a good guy. He's played a bad guy. He's played a gay guy. He's played a retard. He's played a cartoon. He's played a cartoon. Yep. He's done every role, and it's just that people see him in like Big or Castaway, and they think of that role. But he's played all sorts of diverse roles and won 2 Academy Awards.
He was pretty good in the Elvis movie.
Road to Perdition is an awesome movie. That's where he's the bad guy turned good.
Yeah, he and that's funny. He was the bad guy in the Elvis movie because he was whatever the fucking guy's name. I learned a lot about Elvis in that movie there as well.
That creep.
Yeah, Elvis, man. Just you got to be better about your management, my guy. Shout out to him, I guess. All right, halftime. Halftime here, gentlemen. I ask: is anyone looking to move on anything live here?
I moved on something when I was babbling.
This time of the year, it's the halftime show.
There you go. Thank you for the intro.
I'm gonna have to roll out because I got to do the Canadian show with Gabe on the grid there. So,
well, tell them we said hello there, Higgsy, and I'm glad that we got you nice and lubed up there for you.
Nice and lubed up.
Wow.
Yeah, he's lubed up, ready to go for that show now.
That's it. As a fat guy, it's good to be lubed up. I can fit through doorways now. It's good.
Of course. Higgsy, anything you want to plug before we get you out of here?
Probably about an hour from now, I'll be doing Look Headlines, but you could find it in After the Fact on YouTube or iHeartRadio, wherever. Look for Midday Money. There you go. Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs. And there's that. I'm around. I'm like a rash. I'm like COVID. I'm never ending.
You're like herpes.
You never
that's escape. Herpes is not good. I don't want to be like herpes. People don't like herpes.
You never escape it. Higgsy, we appreciate you for stopping by. Thanks for dropping your knowledge in here, and thanks for your movie knowledge as well.
Yeah, I'm full of that nonsense, so apologize to the chat. People get upset coming in, talk movies, food, and bad feet pics. So.
No, we talked about your penis a lot today, Higgsy, so that was better.
Unfiltered at dark. Like, this is the best part.
Higgs, we'll see you soon, Sean.
Especially
we'll see you at Pubpalooza. I can't wait to see our guy, Sean Higgs, already booked for Pubpalooza. Said, I'm going to book right here, right fucking now. So shout out to our guy, Sean Higgs. Very much interesting. Joseph Alvarado, by the way, mentioning you get the under in this total. I believe Dave's on the under 48.5 pregame right now.
I took the live under third quarter 10.5 juiced. I think it just slows down. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
I would take Tampa Bay live if I were you, or take an assortment of Tampa Bay player props because Baker Mayfield's going to want to sling it. And when Baker kind of slings it, he's kind of airs it out to everybody. Everybody's got Mike Evans props, but it feels like Jalen McMillan's been relevant. What's that dude's name? Payne Durfan, wherever the fuck his name was, the tight end. He was really relevant on the first drive. I think he's filling in for Cade Otten, and then he caught that last ball in that last drive as well. He's got 3 catches, 3 targets, 19 yards. McMillan's got 2 receptions, 3 targets, 25 yards and a touchdown. McMillan's going to catch the big balls. No Diddy. Mike Evans is all around the field.
Wow.
Sterling is he'll kind of get a couple deep field targets. It's either going to be the people that we need to look at are like Dirt Ham, the tight end, Bucky Irving, or Rashad Wright. Rashad Wright is supposed to be the receiving back. Who knows? But I gotta pull this up on another book because there's gonna be that Baker spot. Baker ain't going down like no bitch, man. If they're gonna lose this game, Baker's gonna go out gunslinging. I can't imagine what a Baker pick prop.
Yeah, I was about to say Baker interception doesn't look too bad if you think the Cowboys do end up holding on here. So it's very interesting here. Nunya, nice to see Nunya in here as well. Nunya, believe the leader in our Cappers contest right now, old Nunya. And I looked at our messages, Nunya, recently, and I saw that Nunya missed a week as well, and he's still the leader here, I believe, as well. So shout out to you, Nunya, my guy. By the way, Jack Bauer is giving off bot vibes right now, Jack. So I need to show some signs of life besides these random questions here as well.
You need to figure out the garbage time carry angles. That's tomorrow night, Mel, when the Packers play the Saints.
Who's the backup running back for the fucking Packers?
They've been actually using him a lot. Not a lot, but a lot more than what he was being used. What the fuck is that kid's name?
You could ask me. I'd be like AJ Dillon still.
Nah, well, that's for tomorrow's game. But tomorrow's game is a 14.5 point spread. We will be betting a bunch of garbage time player props in that one.
That'll be very fun.
Like Baker's not going out, bro. I'm telling you now, bro. Baker is not going out. If they win or lose, that's another question. If your spreads and all that, God bless. That stuff is still a gamble.
Nunya, wow. I didn't know Nunya was a poet here as well. Said, I didn't miss a week, Jose. My corn was just harvested late. That's beautifully put, Nunya. It's beautifully put. I mean, wow, I couldn't see that. Dougie Y saying that a certain book has Cowboys minus 2.5 right now. So yeah, like we said, that was the line when they were down 20-7. They're the Bucks. So I thought that was very interesting. Nunya, I'm sorry, I didn't know, but Nunya, I hope that you get to make Pubpalooza this year. Take some of your PSR contest winnings, and hopefully we can see a Pubpalooza this year as well. It's going to be fun. By the way, Billy, I know you're not a poker guy. 76ers Spurs, Friday night.
Oh, dude. When I was like, people always ask me, why are you going to Pubpalooza every year? I go on the years that I am, that it makes sense. This year is the year that it makes sense, baby. It's a great fucking year. I mean, you can't tell me the first year wasn't crazy if we went to see the Final Four games in person.
Yeah, it was also a week-long Pubpalooza.
That was a week-long Pubpalooza. I was in Texas for about a month.
Oh my goodness. I like that. Thinking about that week-long Pubpalooza is just crazy.
It's crazy that we even pulled off. I think people that didn't go to Pubpalooza will have no idea of like, can you imagine being in Texas for a week, bro? You start thinking to yourself, damn, I've been down here for a minute now, dude. Like, I feel like I saw all of Texas. Like, I still have, I hate to say this, hopefully nobody's watched this, but I still got bitches and Snapchats and strippers still to this day on my phone from that month being down there from Texas.
Now you have to dust off their numbers. You're going to have to blow them off here.
What's the strip club that got the name change? It used to be called the Palace.
No, that's a great idea. I have no fucking idea. I only know one. My hometown Sugars.
No, you got to go see my guy. If you're down there in the San Antonio area, you got to go see my guy, Dave Aguilar. He will hook you up if you say Pub Sports Radio. You're a Pub Sports Radio member. He'll hook you up at the door. And me and Danny have a good little. Mr. Aguilar showed us a good time.
You know, I shout out to Danny. Danny, I know, loves to get after it here as well. By the way, Dave, could you just imagine the weekend of Pubpalooza, that weekend, but just extended to a week, the debauchery just a week long?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I could
but not like there's a week, but we had a week worth of events. Like, bro,
that's crazy.
we were really doing mad videos.
yeah, it's nuts. And Nasty Nate, by the way, saying he's still going to be there for a week. So God bless you, Nasty Nate. I can't wait to see my guy Nasty Nate. So it'll be fun. And by the way, as well, Nunya is saying it's a 4-bedroom, only $100 a night. I'm driving in Wednesday and leaving Monday morning. Nunya, that sounds like a great time, Nunya. Sounds like a great time. And as well, I'll just mention that sharing that Airbnb, going in, splitting the Airbnb, a good strategy that our other people have had here. So
strategy Palooza is
good move there to split up an Airbnb here. Oh, goodness. All right. We have a long long halftime, it feels like here. So this is a bitch and a half. What time does our Hawaii game start?
This is go get that parlay that we were just talking about here. This is the be mad at me later parlay. So the be mad at me later parlay is the parlay that when you watch your little sports betting videos on YouTube, everyone always says, "Oh, the value, you got about value." There's value in fucking winning. You win first. And then you bet the value once your bankroll is up. That is bankroll management 101. Am I right, Dave? You got to win first. How can you take shots if you're losing and your bankroll is down? You have to build your bankroll up. And sometimes building your bankroll up is just taking what the fucking bookies give you. And Monday parlay starts tonight. Hawaii -3.5. UTSA money line. Green Bay -3 plus 107. Man, come on. You check that ticket at Monday night after the Monday night game is over on one of your books and be like, damn, bro, I forgot to even place that bet.
That's funny. By the way, Lucas Ryan, Dave, I hate to say this, but I'm rooting for Lucas Ryan's over right now, over 46.5.
Yeah.
Would like to get it for 500.
My under's dead. I just want the under third quarter, and then you can get the over. That's fine.
Well, how about we just land on 47, 48? That'd be nice. We could do that. It'd be great here as well. And by the way, Ramon asking Billy, is that Hawaii -3 first half? No, I believe that's just a juiced -3 full game, correct?
I would take it first half, though. I mean, I would. But when you're on a stream with me and say, hey, Jose, you don't bet first half. You bet race to 10.
Yeah, I do admittedly love a race to 10. I love a race to 10.
March Madness race to 10 fucking rush. Everybody's looking at you like,
oh, Billy, that's such a fucking great idea. So here's a great video that we're going to do from the beginning of the games, and we're going to go all the way until the end. We're going to bet the race to 10 in every single game that goes, and it's going to be a great fucking time here.
People laugh at the race to 10s, but whenever I bet an underdog in March Madness, I have to bet race to 10 because a lot of the times in March Madness, your underdog will come out hot, race to 10 or race to 20. Those are the two markets that you want to look into is race to 10, race to 20. That's the equivalent to a first quarter in college basketball. College basketball is only 2 halves. So race to 10 and race to 20, while people laugh at it as a carnival prop, it's really not. It's really like the equivalence to like first quarter in a college basketball game, depending on what the total is. And it's a huge angle that is highly exploitable the closer and closer that we get to like conference play, conference championship play, and then once it's March Madness, you can really hone into it.
Well, let me tell you, Billy, when we mention this to Jimmy, he's going to laugh right at our faces and say, what the fuck are you guys betting? And we're going to laugh at him when we cash.
That could be the series this year. And fucking tell Tarab we're going to do a race to 10 series of just
I'm already 1,000% down for that, Billy. I think it'll be a great time, especially with
value in it. There really is. Race to 10, race to 20, like either or on a game. There really is value in it.
I just want it to be. It's going to be fun because all the games are staggered. One will end, and the next one will begin. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time to say the least. Third quarter kickoff just went underway, and no, Kelly, that was a full game. Or excuse me, that was a full game -3. Kelly, yes, you're right.
That's
but yeah,
why
juice.
a 3-leg parlay is plus 107 because the legs are juice. That's the whole what he's trying to say.
Yes. So there you go, Kelly. So I apologize for saying no, but yes, you're on the right track there as well. And wow, Dallas is 5-1 when leading at halftime. I guess that shows they don't get leads at halftime very much, but that's crazy.
Not that.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize their percentage would be that high, honestly. So, by the way, Mike McCarthy mentioned Mike Evans' name at that halftime interview. So he is definitely going to be trying to fuck us from these touchdowns here. So 1st and 10 here, 23-14 Dallas. And when they start off with a run, and I'm sure somewhere Spenny smiling ear to ear seeing all these runs from Tampa Bay. Dave, I know you enjoy them too. We're ticking away here.
I do. I have no faith in my pregame under, but I'm hoping this third quarter. I want to see a punt here. No 3 points. No points.
Yeah. I was gonna say no points, but I would like at least a Mike Evans touchdown. So
fourth quarter, you can have it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that, Dave. We'll shake on that one and call it a deal there. Another second down run goes for 4-ish yards, and they get the first down there. Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a bevy and get myself situated. So I'll be right back.
Doug Wise says he demands a Bucks touchdown drive here. But this might be, I would say, Dave, a producer's worst nightmare. Letting Dave Rogers and Billy Brisbane sit on a fucking stream and just allow us.
Well, back in the day when Dave was sucking on cough syrup and not smoking on the happy pipe, it would have been different. But now I'm behaved, But back in the day,
I do miss a little bit of drunk Dave.
Everyone does, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It might have to come back for a Pubpalooza stream or something.
I'm thinking about it. We'll see what happens this year. Yeah, they're just going right down the field. I might have just threw more money at this game.
Baker's moving the ball. It's just their defense, man. It's like they're making Cooper Rush look like he's half good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cooper Rush with 23 points. That was not in my bingo cards of predictions.
Cooper Rush the past few years has won me some money. I found spots to bet on him. I just didn't bet a side in this game. To tell you the truth, for me, the side strangely was Dallas. If I a gun to my head, but didn't bet it. Didn't even give a lean out. Didn't even talk about it. Fumble. Oh, they got it. Tampa Bay fumbles it, and then Baker ends up falling on it, and they lose. They get back to the original line of scrimmage.
The Eagles game was kind of like the deciding factor for me of after Dallas has no shot of winning the division or getting into.
Yeah, no. They're a bunch of garbage. But that's in this point of the game, in this point of the season, it's about finding teams like the Carolina Panthers today that I bet on plus 5.5. You find a dog line, they win fucking outright. That's just this part time of year.
The Panthers one was a great play, Dave. I actually tried to get too greedy, and I did a 3-leg parlay of Panthers, Colts, and Bears. And I'm saying this now, and I hope this doesn't get quoted or anything like that. I'm blindly 2-uniting Lions games overs, either the opponent team total over or the full game over for the foreseeable future, bro. There's no fucking way you're supposed to have 17 people out on defense. And they can win these games. I don't give a fuck. But these games are going way over for the last 3 to 4 weeks since these injuries. And it's It's honestly like just ridiculous. Like I'm just gonna just keep on doing it, man. Like they have too many players out on defense, bro. They're not gonna win a championship, man. I really don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know how you can bet against Kansas City. I don't care whatever. I don't even care. How do you bet against How do you think anyone's not going to win but that team forever? It's like the fucking
with Marquise Hollywood Brown back, man, he looked really good.
Oh, it's just Patrick Mahomes is the second coming, man. He plays on one leg and the guy wins.
Now the clock is starting to go tick, 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 tick.
Yep. There's a flag. Are they going to call pass interference on that? That looked like good defense. Either that or holding on the offense. I don't know what the flag's for.
I thought the line was fishy, and I guess this is the reason why the line was the line, right?
Oh, they held him. Yeah, this game to me was Cowboys or nothing, but it is hard to see. The last two games of the season, you can really dive in and get some value on some real shitty games in the NFL.
Real shitty games, and that's the best games to bet on, dude.
Yeah, and you can bet player props with contracts and stuff. That's my favorite time. The NFL is fun to cap. It's the first thing I started with a system and an index and all that stuff.
First thing I ever.
But in all honesty, you don't. And all these people say they do. If you bet volume and you bet long enough, and you've been betting for, if you're a guy that bets 2,000 bets or post 2,000 bets a year, and you're like a real decent sized volume handicapper, then and understand that NFL is not a profitable sport. If you're a break-even NFL guy.
Dave, you ain't lying, dog. Take your quarter piece on the weak market.
Oh, great. There are these guys that are 100 units up this season, whatever. I guarantee you the same volume over 10 years, they're going to be 52.5%. They're going to be break-even.
The real money's in college football, bro. Being
college basketball, soccer, other sports.
You can't accurately line fucking 80 games.
No, it's the most bet sport. It's the biggest sport. It's the one that it's where all the algorithm, all the computer program, all the smartest people in the industry that work for the fucking books. You're not going to be people that say I like my best sport is NFL. Then I tell them, do you really bet? Do you really gamble a lot? Do you gamble other sports? Because if that's your best sport, you don't bet enough. You don't bet enough.
What's this call in the field here with Baker?
I was too busy talking about they were cheering.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Baker just got assaulted.
He just got assaulted, but I don't know. Like, can't hear you speak louder. It's racing Harvey. What?
No, that it's a troll.
Yeah, that guy. Unfortunately, our friend Jack is indeed a bot troll person, but it's nice to have you in the chat, Jack.
Stay for a while.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here. Mel is clinching her cheeks in Denver. I wish you well, Mel. And Nunya respects your gusto, Dave.
No, but Dave, you are right though. Of like,
I'm right. Whether he respects it or not, I'm right. And I
bet a lot of sports. You start keeping like the NFL is probably not the best.
Talk to a bookie. Talk to anyone that's been doing this in any sort of important or high or professional capacity. If you say your best sport is NFL, I ask people what other sports do you bet and how often do you bet? Because it's not.
Yeah, you'd probably say, Dave, you probably said this already, but this is the NFL hardest sport to bet.
Of the big sports, yes. And it's the one that everyone thinks they're the best at.
NBA is, bro. NBA is, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. NBA is like.
Now it is, but actually, it's just.
Bro, it's like, what the fuck, bro? Some of these NBA results this year are just like mind-boggling. The Celtics being 15.5-point favorites losing like 8
NBA is actually there's people that have broken it and wrote algorithms.
But they changed. The NBA has changed so much in the last 2 years.
But the NFL is by far the hardest sport to make money. Has been and always will be. It's the most popular.
Shout out to Susie Easton. I believe that's Jimmy's sister.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to you, Suze. Nice to see you. Hope the family's doing well in Los Angeles right now. I assume Susie's just chilling in Vancouver right now.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Suze.
Is that where Jimmy was? I don't want to like.
That is Jimmy's hometown. Yes.
No. Well, okay.
Jimmy
I know
lives in Toronto. He also
I know that, but he was somewhere else today. That's why I wondered.
Los Angeles. I'm going to dox Jimmy.
Okay.
I'm just here to dox him and give out all of his information here. So nice to see you, Miss Susie. There, I will say, I think the NBA is the most amount of work to cap, and yet the hardest follow, and it's every day, so that makes it difficult.
NBA sucks. It's my worst. It's my worst sport. It's the one I concentrate the least on. I've only really bet props. But if you went to the books, I would say the hardest sport to beat. I have to ask them, and this is in the industry. The hardest sport to beat, it's NFL. NBA is not easy either. That's not a great one to choose to.
No, yeah, I think those are 1 and 2 as the hardest. I think the books probably make the most amount of money on football, but that's purely a product of them getting more bets on football as well. So I agree. I agree with both comments there. NBA is a bitch, to say the least.
4th and 40 right now. That's
4th and 40?
Yeah, go to send the TV.
Good Lord. 40 is tough.
But I want to say that the people that are saying NBA or NFL, they're both right. It's just, I think it's so funny, and it's because it's the biggest, most watched sport and most best sport, at least in the country. I think soccer might be internationally, but people say, "Oh, my best sport is NFL." It's just the funniest thing to me. It's like, that's the fucking hardest. What, are you the best? Are we talking to the best here? No,
wow. I thought you said 4th and 40, Dave. I just saw the 3rd and 40 play. Well, I guess it is 4th and 40. I just saw the 3rd and 40.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is hilarious. There. All right. Well, punt coming. Good thing for Dave.
Yep. Good punt. Good return. Good little return back to the 35-yard line ish.
Yeah, none you liking college basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my best sport's baseball. That doesn't take too much.
That's one of my best too, and both of those are. It's you gotta find where the edge is, and it's so small. It's fractions of a percent a lot of times, but you got to think that the one that's most money's on, obviously, is the one that's going to be paid attention to, and the experts are going to be better at you at, and that's.
Yeah, that I agree with that. And I will say my second best sport is shockingly soccer. It's sometimes there's just some spots in soccer that are so fucking easy. It's ridiculous here. Yeah. Punt goes away, and the punter the returner had the corner there. He gets to the 35-ish. Big return there by Turpin. So the Cowboys just about to roll and just beat their ass here?
Maybe. Big reception on first down the other side of the field. Number 80, that's not Tolbert. Who is that? That's
Jesus, Dave, you're so far. Oh, okay, well, no wonder I'm not fucking live here. I just saw the catch here as well. So shout out to whoever number 80 is.
Yeah,
here.
some fucking Corduroy. What's his name?
Corduroy.
Flournoy, Portnoy, whatever.
Textiles, congratulations on your successes in those sports there. NBA is a fucking grinder, though, like you said.
Yeah.
It's a grinder. I somehow, after a 3-in-1 day in the NHL, I now think that I could cap the NHL just doing it based off market, but I'd probably get crushed if I do that week day to day. So
NHL takes a lot of sport knowledge. That's one of the ones that if you're not like a watcher of it, I've had to get back into it. And that's why guys like Bobano and Nick Earl and guys that really know the sport and the people, it matters. It doesn't. You can bet it other sports and not really watch it. You can't.
Playoff hockey, though, you can tap in. Playoff hockey is the best playoff sport to bet on because the angle is so sharp.
Yeah, I agree. Jimmy obviously always.
Jimmy too. I didn't even.
Jimmy's like the best with motivation angles and stuff like that as well. So I agree
David
with that.
is right though. You need some type like basketball. You can bullshit a basketball bet. You can, you can look at some stats and bet a 3-pointer prop or some shit. Nah, bro, hockey, bro. You really got to know a couple players, what's going on and stuff like that. You got to know the logistics of the sport.
You can follow trends, like you can follow. And I'm not saying these guys only do that. Look like a big one. Like when Razor had those VGK first period overs, which was working.
Yeah, those are
and
good.
like Bobano had his after a shutout loss first period over. Like there are things that, and like Mike and I went on the Sharks when the Sharks and the Panthers play on the same night. The Sharks, like it's just stupid shit. But you have to be a good NHL capper. You have to know the sport. You can't fuck around with just numbers. You have to know the play.
Yeah, I mean that's why I was shocked at my 3-1 the other day. I was like, I'm going to do this purely on market. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And it went well. That's why I'm saying like there's no shot I could do that week to week and succeed there. So shout out to Jimmy.
What you doing?
I didn't know Rico Dow, South Carolina.
Complete 3rd and 6. Now it's gonna be 4th and 6.
Field goal?
Yeah, no, they're not field goal range. Well, okay, but okay, I shouldn't say that. Like, I mean,
that. Ooh, I just watched the 3rd and 6 there. They're definitely kicking this field goal, Dave. What are you talking about?
oh yeah. I thought they were further, but yeah, no, that's 52 yards ish. Yeah,
That's light work.
yeah. 17 plus 35.
Give us this call, Dave. Did he make it? We need this.
It's plus 55. I don't know how long it is. Aubrey, it's up, and it looks like he fucking came out of his mom's vagina kicking field goals. I mean, it's ridiculous.
All right, well, there's 3 points, Dave, in this 12.5, you said?
10.5. So we can even get a touchdown, and we're okay.
Well, that was a long drive there. It took a lot of clock here. We need another one of those.
Yep. It's ridiculous how good he looks effortlessly. There's no kind of bowing. It's just like a little fade into the fucking.
And you know what's funny? Obviously, we've lived through the Justin Tucker era of him being the best kicker in the NFL.
Yeah.
This feels different. Aubrey's
It was hard when Tucker did it. It was hard. This guy's like 55 yards, no problem.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. And now obviously Tucker playing outdoors most of the time, that probably hurts him in some aspect, but like Jesus, he just 60-0. This is easy for Aubrey right now.
Yeah.
Ben Stevens asking Billy, Dave, do you guys have Hawaii 3.5 first half, or better to take the whole game -7? Thanks, Ben. I'll just let you know I took Hawaii -7 full game. Dave?
Yes, same. I'm a full game. I'm not a first half guy that often in college basketball.
Yep.
And first half though, because I feel like part of the angle is that they're traveling half.
I don't mind it. I think the bet that I took is that he's asking a question like what I think's better is the whole game, but take both.
What's the double result though? Double result.
Double result has to be like -200-ish because they're -7-ish.
No, it'd be more. Double result, you have to get both, so it's a parlay.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't think to combine, it's not going to be plus money.
I think both bets are fine. How about that? We'll say that.
I think both bets are fine. I feel better with full game always,
Right.
but it's fucking Hawaii, man. You're asking them to win by double digits, man. I mean, just because the line's -7 doesn't mean you have to take -7. Like, who's to say Hawaii just doesn't win the game very comfortably by 4 points?
I say that, Billy, because they're going to win outright by double digits. Hawaii -7, -110. Lock it in there.
I always say this: if you're betting a team by -6.5 or more on a spread in basketball, you're thinking that team's going to win by double digits.
That's true. That's a good point.
Agreed there. We'll see. I gave that out to my buddies as well. Hawaii -7. So it's going to piss me off having to stay up a little bit for watch that game.
You got to.
There's a good angle, though, of like, I don't believe in this too much, but there does play something into it with it being the last game of the night. A lot of fucking dogs have been cashing today in college basketball.
Yep. I mean, I get that. That's the classic get your money back spot.
Late night special.
This is the classic. All those fucking parlays are fucked up, and Hawaii was the last leg on them. So the bookies probably could care less who wins this game.
4 receptions, 59 yards for our guy Mike Evans. Could you please find the end zone?
I'll tell you my first half thing. I talked Teese and I, RIP, used to talk about this because he used to know the numbers and follow it. But a lot of people like to take first halves because they treat it like a baseball game where you don't have all the variables. They don't have the relief pitchers. It's completely different. You're not really, you're basically what you're doing is you're saying, I know this team is better in the first half and shits the bed in the second. And I can't find a site that has reliable ATS numbers consistently. Like if you go to Team Rankings or other sites, you can see what the full game teams against the spread in different scenarios, at home, neutral court, all this stuff. I don't have something like that for first halves, so I don't follow it as well. So I don't bet it. I just kind of say this line is representative of a 40-minute game, you know?
Well, sometimes, for example, a team like Texas A&M, Dabby Cav will account to this. A lot of teams, it depends on what type of play style they have. So Texas A&M,
you know it. Yeah, then you can cap
they full court press, and they'll punch you in your fucking mouth in the first half of the game. But once the team understands and knows what to expect and knows the defensive coverages as the game goes along, those games usually end up.
No, I'm with you, but this is what I hear a lot from first half bettors in college basketball. I don't want to get to the second half. I don't want to have to worry about what happened in the second half. What if that helps you? What if that hurts you? What does that make a difference?
That helps you a lot sometimes.
No, but what I'm saying is, how can you guess which half is going to be that way? You're playing a guessing game that's stupid at that point. That's what I'm saying. But if you have some sort of, hey, I know this team, like I said, is full court pressure. This team, the way they play zone or the way they play man to man. And their proclivities lead to this style of play. If you have some sort of cap, but the thing I hear about these first half cap is I just don't want to see the second half. And it's like, that's not a cap. That's just you not understanding that like capping baseball is completely different than capping basketball. It's my little gripe. So Tease and I would go at it back and forth, but he was a little different kind of capper. Again, RIP.
Shout out to Tease. Third down and about 6 coming for the Bucks. I assume if they don't get a completion here or something, they've got to go for this. Like, come on.
They should get 3 yards, cut it in half.
I would agree with that. Run the ball and set yourself up for a decent fourth down. By the way, Sterling Shepard hobbled off there after that end around handoff. Hobbled off, looked like he was grabbing his hamstring there as well.
That's why I said split your bet up. If you're a person that wants to wait and have more action later, don't bet as much on one bet. Kind of spread your money out. Save some money for a live bet. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Nick Grohl does that a lot. He likes to split his bets up, first half.
Nick Grohl, by the way, a difficult man to get on shows.
He's been difficult for a year or two now. That's what happens well, this is the thing. You're down the line with the old ball and chain, but he shacked up and things kind of changed a little bit with that boy.
Oh, Nicholas. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Helga as well.
Yeah, shout out to Helga. Oh, I don't know if she's accessible at Pubpalooza, but I'd like to meet her. Say hi.
Yeah, I took off my headphones so now she can hear the stream. She just got back. And yeah, I've told her that she should come to Pubpalooza, and she rejects it every time. She's like,
well, we're not scoundrels like we said. We're not that bad.
Yeah, she wants to be petitioned. She wants signatures to how many people are gonna want me there. It's the whole shebang. I understand. Yeah, the Helga meet and greet is gonna be solid.
A booth.
Sign autographs.
I can see it. 3rd and 6, by the way. Wow, I can't believe he does not get stopped there.
Has her sign his bare chest.
We get a Helga booth, and she tells us her funniest Jose story.
Helga's speaking. She's got a good marketing mind. She said that everyone that gets to take a picture with her gets one Jose Bouquet secret as well. So
that's it. That's the one. That's $50. Yeah, get the booth in the back of the fucking bar all the way in the back. Yeah, that's the one. You get a fucking Jose secret. That's it.
I have so many, so watch out, guys. $5 for the picture, free secret included. There. First down goes for nothing there. I can't believe they got that third.
Just do 20 right off the bat.
There you go.
I just get does the higher the money amount, the better the secret?
Yeah, Helga, is that how that works, Helga?
I'm
She's making a bowl of secrets, and then she's just gonna pick out of the bowl.
Oh, what good defense.
$5 is for 20. I want the good shit.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It's crazy though, because if you know the bar situation down there in Southtown 101, Jose's actually normal compared to Kevin.
Yes. Oh my God, Mike Evans got popped. By the way, I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Billy.
He should be put away in jail.
Yeah, that guy has not been around in a long time. Mike Evans got fucking popped on that last play and is now down. Hopefully it's just a stinger knocked his wind out kind of thing. No, Helga, I did not show them the side of my hair.
She's already jumping
in.
Well, Dave, you weren't here. Neither were you, Billy. I said on stream what I told you guys earlier, that I was going to win the PSR poker tournament, and fucking Alexis was over here, and she fucking laughed, and it was audible to the damn mics. So everyone was like, "Oh my God, Helga's laughing at you when you say this. What an asshole this woman is."
Wow.
Fucking.
Play poker and you're gonna win this tournament?
Fucking Helga.
Yeah,
he's played the tournaments before.
I'm gonna fucking do a last longer with Helga, and it's gonna be my money in the damn poker tournament for her. But I'm gonna kick her ass now.
Looks like your hairline's like receding.
Billy, I'm going bald, Billy. Bald is coming.
Yo, look, am I peeping that, Dave? Can we where's my computer so I can get back there in StreamYard and really solo screen this?
They can fix all that.
No, I need to go to Turkey, Billy. I need to go to Turkey and get
you're having the Trey Young balding, where like you have long hair and it like I don't know how to explain.
Trey Young balding.
It's fucked.
The Trey Young balding, like
it's fucked.
Young, like balding.
It is kind of that. It's exactly that. You got long hair, but you're bald.
Yeah. Exactly. I've accepted my fate. I'm going to be bald at some point in my life, and it's going to be disgusting.
Yeah, we all get disgusting, bro. No one ever stays.
Nah, Helga's gonna fucking leave my ass when I have no hair. By the way, nice to see you, Resmob. Thanks for jumping in the chat. Thank you for the compliments. I'm glad that you had your best year ever. Thank you for being here every day, Resmob, and hopefully we can get you back at Pubpalooza. Rez was at Pubpalooza.
Late Sunday night, I watch a lot of the NBA podcasts and stuff like that, and that's how I catch up from the weekend. Because I would imagine, man, the Saturday before Christmas, when you got NBA players playing on everything tomorrow and Thursday, day after Christmas. So it's like I don't want to bet on the NBA too much this weekend at all. I didn't place a NBA bet this weekend. College football, man. I see why y'all be betting that shit. That shit is lovely, man. Yeah. This past weekend, that shit.
Yeah, I can't believe all the favorites won in football. By the way, I cannot believe it.
This is what I'm saying, bro. To play all these 12 teams, nice idea, but it's the top 4 teams. That's all it's gonna matter. They're gonna go to the end, and that's fucking it. Notre Dame might be there, but that's the only thing.
I mean, yeah, I thought the most they could do was 8, and then 12 was just
It's stupid. The playoffs are stupid money grab. The teams don't deserve to be there. ASU doesn't deserve to be there. Sorry, I know they haven't played. Boise State doesn't deserve to be there. It's a top 4 team. Go back to the AP, number 1 and number 2.
Give it the BCS. I want the computers to do it.
That's all I want. Go back to the.
It should be 8, but they're not gonna contract now. There was never a getting smaller in these playoffs.
Kicking a 40, whatever. They're on the 35-yard line. They're kicking a field goal. Whatever that is, 52 or whatever. And
Chase,
it's good.
All right, Chase McLaughlin, 6 points there, Dave.
So they're down 12. How I see this playing now?
31 minutes, 31 seconds.
But I didn't even notice they really did drain all that clock, Dave. Here we go.
31 seconds. Yeah.
Dave Rogers.
They're going to 16. Yeah, smoke. It's fun. It's fun it's okay for us because we get to bet. It's cool. But as far as if I was just a pure sports fan, I would hate this. I want the best of the best. I don't want these crumb bums. Like SMU, that's cute. Like
Dave, you know what? I thought that until you really start talking to other people, like general public, and like see different shows or read different articles. Bro, people are dumb as fuck, bro, when it comes to this.
I was just gonna say the dummies. Okay, yeah,
That shit's crazy.
that's fine.
In ND, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, I actually think they're a contender. That's the only team I think is a
The
contender.
one that I got caught up with, I alt-lined it and team totaled it, was the Clemson one. But Tennessee's the most bet on underdog
Yeah,
the weekend. If Tennessee's the most bet on underdog of the weekend, there's still value in
bro,
sports.
that's this. I made the second most money of the weekend on that game.
Bro,
that-
that's easy. Team total under.
I was on the side, but that and Notre Dame were the two. I mean, come on, fucking
Penn State.
I mean, these teams are the best. These are all the teams,
Bro. Like, I just don't think that, like, so as a UFC bettor, Dave, I only get treated to 5 to 6 weekends of the year where I can really indulge in football and watch it and like freely just watch it. Because half the times the fucking UFC cards are like in the middle of the college football slate at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I see some of these teams and I'm like, man, like, I guess it's like a super bias, but for next week, man, I just gotta say, man, it feels like one of those type of weeks where everyone saw the favorites win, but I think the week is going to be very dog ridden, and the weekend gets a little bit doggy on the weekend. So, like, I like Notre Dame plus 2.5 against UGA. I like Oregon against.
I want Notre Dame to win. I'm an SC. I went to SC, so I'm supposed to not like them. I actually like Notre Dame, but I want Notre Dame to beat Georgia. I don't know how it happens. I want them to badly.
I'm not in a good spot right now. LOL, 250 milligram gummy after the Lions win. I feel like I'm here squinting. What?
That's hilarious.
Perma squinting.
Yeah, Big Show's just blitzed.
Like this? Were you trying to like open up your eyelids yourself?
That's hilarious. By the way, ladies and germs, we do have an interesting matchup here, but Dave Rogers is about to cash his third quarter under here. We have 31 seconds
left. Come on, they could run down the,
We have 31 seconds left, but the good thing here is, Dave, it's not like it's the fourth quarter and they'll be dying to score here.
No.
So we just need this kickoff to go well. Drew, I'm just gonna call you Drew because I can't pronounce your name. Hawaii is the D-Gen special.
That's definitely the consensus D-Gen special. However you want to slice and dice it is up to you.
Yeah. However you want to put it, D-Gen special, Hawaii -7, first half, whatever, but it's Hawaii, preferably full game. God,
I ended up taking first half though. Not nothing crazy, just a little corner piece to ride with the chat because I think we'll probably just be ending the stream as that half will go. I should have bet race to 10. That would have been the theme, but
I think they're going to take this into the fourth quarter.
I think we're going to take this into overtime, unfortunately.
Well, either way, I just broke even on the game, so if I don't bet another cent, we're good to go.
Hawaii late. Unders, I don't mind that at all, Res Mob. I'm Samoan. I live in Hawaii. LOL. Hell yeah, Drew. I didn't even know that.
That's funny, Drew. Well, you should. I'm a fucking big dummy, Drew. So you should go to the game. But I was just gonna say, I don't know what island it's on. I don't know what the navigation between islands are, Drew. You'll have to give me some education on how people go from island to island. I don't know. Like if there's a game on the big island and you live on one of the smaller islands, do you take a ferry and go watch the game? In Hawaii, do you even give a fuck about that stuff?
And does Billy live in Norway?
Yeah.
I live in
Billy's French and he lives in Norway. You're Samoan and you live in Hawaii. I mean,
Samoan.
We're all saying words.
Island, not Maui.
See, he's on Oahu. It's a 20-minute flight. How much is a 20-minute flight from island to island, Drew?
talking about that gummy that fucking
That'd
Big
be
Show's
great.
talking about.
That's like a 6-hour flight for Big Show. He's on the moon right now.
That's a
Shout out to you, Big Show. But I'm very interested in life on an island. Like again, like we're degenerates and we bet on sports. Like, do you care about sports in Hawaii? Is it all like a noon kickoff in the NFL? That's like 5 a.m. for you or something? I don't know.
Have you ever met Dwayne Dog Chapman?
I have not. No.
No, he's on the island. He's the bounty hunter that lives on the island from the bounty. Hunter.
Dog the bounty hunter?
Yeah, Dwayne Dog Chapman. That's why I said he said
I didn't know that was his name. I just know him as Dog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious here. Yeah, $135 for a 20-minute flight. Go fuck yourself. That's crazy. Wow.
Flight to where? I don't understand. We don't.
Drew and Drew could be fucking with us, but Drew, I'm believing everything you say right now, my man.
None yet.
I don't know.
Take that shit to the sports book, man. Tell me that shit.
Well, Nunya, again, leader in the cappers contest right now.
I said, Nunya, you don't listen. You have a problem with listening. I said, I want them to win. I don't think they're gonna. I don't know how they can. I think UGA is
different.
Okay,
they're gonna beat dog shit out of them. No pun intended.
The Georgia's gonna beat the dog shit out of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's gonna beat the dog shit out of Georgia. Break the fuck out!
I want him to.
You know what the quote is gonna be after the game, Dave? Georgia didn't have Carson back.
Yeah.
Notre Dame still didn't beat anybody yet.
It's true. It's kind of next man up at Georgia, though. It's who's on the bench. He's a fucking top 5-star recruit anyway.
Dude, right?
I couldn't believe. Well, I could, and I couldn't believe that Georgia line. I was pretty surprised by it.
-2.5.
Yeah, I was also shocked. I like really shocked at the Ohio State Oregon line. Couldn't believe it. I saw Ohio State favored. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
that's
I guess the next weekend might be what or 2 weeks from now, right? That might be one of those weekends I might go broke.
But that just shows you, like, I think that's trappy. I think they're going to get a lot of Oregon money, and I think for whatever reason Ohio State's going to blow them out. This is where the cream. It's the same thing about Notre Dame. It's the same thing about Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame has a good enough team to win the national to compete to win the national championship. I just think the Georgias and the Ohio States, the tried and true, the top 4, the cream of the crop. I'm talking about the cream of the crop. Fuck this 12 game deal. AP rankings 1 and 2. Who are the 2 best teams? These teams have been there. They have the coaching to do it. They've won these playoff games, won national championships. This is where suckers get sucked in with this Oregon shit.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I saw they opened up as favorites. Ohio State did, and I was like, wow, I could only bet Ohio State now just because of this line. Like, it feels like that line tells it all right there, and it's crazy. It's a crazy line, and it makes it another step closer to Ohio State winning this national championship, and Ryan Day still getting fired for losing that Michigan game. So it would be funny. Be a real shame. Flag on the play here. Cowboys ball 17-26 here. Will be very interesting.
Old trend is smoke and mirrors. The old trend. I think that's one of the most profitable angles in sports betting is just blindly fading the most bet.
Look at
I agree.
TCU a couple years ago, wasn't it? The TCU was the one that everyone was.
It's crazy though, Dave, because the new trend is everybody's a sharp. So like
everyone's an idiot. That's the new. That's not the new trend. That's the old trend that everyone.
That's really what it is. But people feel better about losing a +170 than they do a -130.
That's facts. I am one of those people, Billy. So losses are still a loss, but at least if you're betting a unit for all this shit, it's less money. That's like the only reason, I guess, why.
Like this, yeah. I saw a soccer bet today that I actually thought about tailing. That was any bet that I give you. This is a bet. It was a +500. The guy doesn't feel bad for sticking his nuts on the line for something that can win you a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you're taking a -145 favorite and you lose, and you look fucking 10 times worse.
100%. I'll never forget. I'm gonna say that I already forgot half the shit. But last year I saw some dude on Twitter give out like Murray State money line, and they were a 10-point favorite. It was like minus 450, and of course it fucking lost.
Jose,
And-
bro, that's really how like professional like if you ever see a real professional gambler operate in a casino, they're walking in there and their first three bets are like minus 500, minus 450, minus 300, and they're betting like 15K, 20K on those, taking the profits of that, and then they start taking the shots as the days go along.
Man, God bless those guys, because I couldn't fucking do it. I would much rather bet that $10,000 on a fucking dog than lose my money on that shit.
Because think about it. If you had, let's say, 20K and you bet that Penn State game that started off yesterday.
Yeah, that's great.
First quarter, double result, full game, first half, because it's basically all the same bets where you would need those outcomes all to happen. You're kicking your fucking feet up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and laughing at the guy that's fucking your buddy that's on Bitcoin or some bullshit like that, trying to look for some cryptocurrency. You already cracked the code. Like,
no, I mean, you're right about that. And when I think about these bets, I think about the guy that bet the $3 million on the fucking Eagles last week about against the Panthers. Like, that guy was sweating his dick off the whole game. Got his money. Congratulations to him. And by the way, of course, there's it allegedly is the same dude, but there's person on Twitter says, yo, I was that better. Now I follow them because they give out like, oh, $55,000 play, blah, blah, blah. I'm always interested to see all these different kinds of bets, but yeah, I couldn't make that living. I respect the dudes that do. What a fucking punt and coverage there. There's a flag on the play, punt for the Cowboys, but tackle it inside the 5-yard line.
well, I always feel like you could tell by somebody's action. Like, you could tell like what kind of job that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell if somebody's betting the minus 140s, minus 150s. They're trying to get to the next day, bro. Have you seen the dude that's got like the crazy fucking parlays? He got a good 9-to-5 job.
What was the flag there, Dave?
It was a personal foul. I think it was a blindside block, is what my lip reading is.
I
Correct.
think you were right there, actually.
Listen to the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I just tried to do that lip reading as well. So tried to do. Yeah, Textiles Mattress Mac. His bets aren't as real as they seem because he
impressed with the 50% move in Bitcoin over the last 3 months. What can you do? I'm the same remote of like I always feel like the big common thing on social media right now is people saying, why are people sports betting when there's cryptocurrency that's booming?
You know, I respect all those guys that do the crypto. I could not do that shit. Dave, you smell of crypto, Dave.
I think it's all
bullshit.
Yeah, and I know people. I remember sitting at the poker table in 2017 when it was like 16,000 or 12,000. They're laughing their ass off. I had a buddy at work that I worked with back then that put like 10 grand into it. Now he's looking real nice. But I like money. I like gold. I like silver. I like real things that are in my hands, you know.
I get that.
And why I don't like cryptos, and even the stock market, because I kind of got into trying to short stocks and stuff. I don't like it as much. I like to bet on sports. I like to watch sports. That's what you do, what you like to do. You have an affinity towards. I'm going to spend more time putting in the work to grind numbers and cap 8 to 10 hours a day because I like it. I can't do that in shorting stocks and crypto and all that.
I agree that I would never spend more than 5 seconds trying to study a fucking stock.
Bro, I got into it and I wanted to so bad because I knew people that made money. It's just boring as fuck.
Boring as fuck, Dave. Watching a stock podcast or what's the joint the stock market show that comes out in the middle of the day.
The Kramer guy that's been on there for 30 years, whatever, Fast Money or whatever, Quick Money or whatever the fuck it is.
I can't imagine when you know those are people's mornings. You enjoy your mornings just a little bit more looking at spreadsheets for fucking college bowl games. Just a little bit more, you enjoy your life.
Yeah, when you get fucked by some 17-year-old kicker missing a 20-yard field goal, you're like, at least I don't have to fucking bet
Feel
arrow
alive.
time.
I like that Ben Stevens says called this the Billy Briz -7 might as well be the 11th, so it's 7-11 play. Always open, baby.
Always open. Always open. But shout out to you, Textiles. Thanks for jumping in here. I just don't. Mattress Mac does his damn thing. He just puts his fucking big discounts on his shit and hopes they hit and hedges with his bet. It's all, nonsense. All right, Bucks ball. This is a huge drive for them here. A touchdown here would bring this game back to life here.
Basically, if you bet every day, it's basically like day trading.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told that sports betting is kind of like stocks in a way, as well. I mean,
buying sports stock in these players because in reality, we're not really the stat. We're betting the number.
Well, and Dave, you like tangible items. I went to the card show, Alamo Card Show. Now I'm a card owner now. I've got tangible stock in Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, I got a big old fat card that I've talked to Jeff about a lot. I pulled it out of a pack, but I just got into it this year. But I would love to get involved and come in when he's doing shows. It's just this one in February is not going to be good.
Well, don't you worry, Dave. We've got one 2 weeks after Pubpalooza as well. They already they've already scheduled all their card shows for the year next year as well, I believe. So it's nice, Dave. You could be a proud owner. I'll give you a discount here. $5 here. A proud owner of a Caitlin Clark child card when she was, I don't know, fucking like 3 years old. Who knows? You could own a piece of history, Dave. Could be yours.
I'll pay for that. I have an LA Knight signed card that I bought. Paid $50 for it. If you know that, it's a wrestler.
Yep. Shout out to LA Knight.
Yeah, I have some funky cards, but I wouldn't mind having a Caitlin Clark a little girl card. That looks great.
Yeah, it's a great time. And by the way, while we're talking about Caitlin Clark and her little child card, fumble Dallas Cowboys football to just
Dun, dun, dun.
End this game.
Yeah, this game's stupid.
Oh, he's down as fuck. Never mind. That guy was so down. They're going to review this probably, but he was down as fuck. I can't believe they even called this a fumble, honestly.
I was going to say, dun, dun, dun.
All
Usually
right.
that far off on a script.
Yeah. The juice. That's crazy that was called a fumble in real life here. But they've already flipped it, and Baker ball again here. Can we just get a Mike Evans touchdown for the love of God?
Yeah, we said that's a fair trade. I got mine. You can get yours.
Please. A deep bomb here. Nasty Nate, I'm jealous of that Peyton Pritchard card. Peyton Pritchard rookie auto PSA 10, and Peyton Pritchard going to be 6th man of the year this year. So,
well, that's a bold statement.
6th man. He's going to average like 35 points. He's a beast.
What's the market looking like for 6th man of the year right now?
That's a good question, Billy. Now I'm interested.
So I don't want to sound like that guy, but let's just say white Caucasians usually win those type of awards.
Let's see. I'm interested. I'll let you know.
I mean, I'm going to say this for an award. If there ever was an award, a white dude's going to be
6th man of the year.
It's going to be a more eligible bachelor. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. Peyton Pritchard minus 280, 6th man of the year.
Oh, wow. Minus 280. Good Lord.
Wow.
That is nuts. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
I'd take a shot on DeAndre Hunter at plus 430 there.
Yeah, he just shoots a shitload of points. He's going to get like 25 points off the bench. So that's
DeAndre Hunter's been hooping for the Hawks off the bench.
I can't believe the Hawks are actually building a good team around Trae Young. 3rd and 14 coming up.
You think you get rid of DeJounte Murray and you guys got better? Like, what?
That was crazy. Timeout, it seems. Timeout Buccaneers. Before 3rd and 14. Oh no, timeout Dallas.
Because I think DeJounte Murray's a better basketball player than Trae Young. Hot take of the day.
I would agree with that, but I just don't like Trae Young as well. So
I mean, you can't be the best player on the court at fucking 6 foot. Like that just is not that's proven not to be a winning method.
Yeah, if you
For Allen
are,
Iverson.
I mean, if you are, you either have to be Allen Iverson and lose in the playoffs, or leaving the NBA championship, or literally the best shooter of all time. So,
Like, look, he ain't winning.
Not even John Stockton was the best guy on the court. It was Karl Malone.
yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of these that win, they usually have a big.
Anyone that's 6 foot that was a guy that was a champion. It was,
Isaiah Thomas was the other one.
I was just going to say, yeah.
They had bigs.
Yeah, but he was still the best player, you know. That, but
about, like Jalen Brunson. Why do you think they had to get Cat? Like he can't. The Knicks aren't going to win a championship. With just Jalen.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I mean, by the way, 3rd and 14, they throw it away. 4th and 14, there. And smoke and mirrors. You know what? You're right. With my hair, I better start liking Trae Young, or else I'm fucked here.
Yo, you literally have the same type of like balding thing.
Billy, I fucking hate that guy. So every time you say that, it makes me want to go shave my head more and more.
The Trae Young money to go to Germany and get it fixed.
Yeah, I need to get some Turkish hair fucking seeds.
AC in the morning.
Turkish hair seeds.
Mr. Clock Edge, because Bray flies and he should be here in like an hour.
Get on his product. You guys are horrible. You fucking assholes, all of you.
Nasty Nate, by the way, mentioning Steve Nash. It's a good note.
Yeah, it is a good one. But didn't he have Dirk?
No, Amari. Well, did he win
Dirk.
a championship in Phoenix? No,
neither. But he was on the Mavs with Dirk before.
Yeah, they got his ass up out of there. Fucking Mark Cuban.
Kobe. He wasn't even the best guard on the team when he played for the Lakers.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's either you need.
You said it, Dave, not me.
Well, Kobe Bryant isn't better than Steve Nash. You're a fucking insane at every point of his career ever. Come on.
Well, yeah, Kobe, we all know the 11th best basketball player of all time. He's great.
Kobe is. Let me see. Is there a Celtic that's better than him?
Yeah, Larry fucking Bird and Bill Russell. There's two.
No, Bill Russell Bill Russell can't be the best player of all time.
Larry Bird was legendary for the time.
And Larry Bird is one of my favorite players. How can you not be an awkward sports-loving white guy and not like Larry Bird? But Larry Bird is not better than Kobe Bryant.
I'm not saying he's better than Kobe Bryant, but his impact.
I am.
Is
okay. Well, you're a fan, so you get
this guy right here is.
I think Larry Bird's impact to the sport long term.
I'm not going off of all that, but then again, I'd argue probably the hardest work ethic ever besides Michael Jordan is Kobe Bryant. But
bro, like Larry Bird, Indiana State hasn't been ranked outside of last year.
Larry Bird is one of my favorite players, but my favorite player, and I'm also biased too. But I would say objectively, and I think LeBron's athletically.
There has to be a place, and I hate to say this as a black guy, you have to say Larry Bird's the best white American basketball player ever to touch a basketball.
Oh yeah, that's not even close.
So
that's not even
right there, you're in the Mount Rushmore, bro. You're there. It doesn't matter what you weren't white doing it, Kobe.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Like,
Pistol Pete Maravich.
That is, as we all know, that's a disadvantage. I mean, come on.
Disadvantage, man. Why do you think Cooper Flag is like?
That's hilarious.
Like frosting at the mouth of Cooper Flag. He's like the only like white dude I could ever remember that is like legit black guy with like #1 pick overall ability. Like that's what make Cooper Flag.
Well, I'll mention the second best white ever. By the way, Baker Mayfield being evaluated for concussion now. So we'll see what happens there. But the second best white ever is probably Bob Cousy. Shout out to him.
Bob Cousy, maybe impactfulness, yes.
Hella rings. By the way, Rez Mob has a new nickname for me, and I'm concerned what it is, Rez.
Yeah, there was only 5 good teams.
Hose.
Jason Williams, a.k.a. White Chocolate, but he wasn't. I don't count Jason Williams as
Bibby, Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby, shout out to him. Okay. I can't believe. Where did you go to school, Dave? Arizona?
Mike Bibby's dad. I don't know where Bibby. No, Bibby was a Pac-10 guy.
though.
Jerry West. Oh, Jerry West is the M. Is the fucking.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right, Rez. That's the second best white ever. I'll admit that. He got his ass kicked by Bill Russell every time, but
NBA logo. Who has ever been the NBA logo without? Like, if you look at like
the NBA logo is a white guy, we're never gonna get over it, guys.
Yeah,
we're never gonna get over it.
Dave, if you go Mount Rushmore of best white American basketball players, it's Larry Bird, Jerry West,
American, and then that's it. I think of the European players.
Not, but the European doesn't count. We're talking about American. It's about to be Cooper Flagg. He's about to be the third on the Mount Rushmore.
Dude, he's not even it. Stop it.
Give it years.
Pistol Pete Maravich.
Well, no, Dave. Cooper Flagg's about to break one of the longest streaks ever. First overall white guy.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a long streak.
Do you not see what the WNBA is doing with Caitlin Clark? Like the WNBA is like a black girl league. Like Caitlin Clark is like the first white girl I can remember like wrecking up.
Wose. Yeah, we were calling you Wose the other day. That's what he was trying to say.
Yes, Raz. Yeah, no. Shout to Wose was a good one. I forgot who.
It's me.
It was you, yeah.
Run circles around Cooper Flagg, no doubt. But Pistol Pete, like once you start talking about Pistol Pete, now you have to start talking about time errors because
Bill Russell's that question mark to me. Will Chamberlain is the argument.
I agree. I think once you start talking about like those type, you have to start bringing in time error because if Pistol Pete was guarding fucking Russell Westbrook, what the fuck do you think would happen?
The game is different, and they were talking about throwing guys out like Ricky Henderson. I agree with that. People are just better athletes. We eat better, better training.
But guys like Dennis Rodman would wreck the NBA right now, bro. He'd be getting.
There's people that are transcendent. Yeah, Larry Bird would too. I don't agree with this. Oh, we wouldn't do this. I think Larry Bird would.
There's certain players that would be Shaq in this NBA would be.
It'd be absurd.
They don't have guys like that anymore. That's why Isaiah Hartenstein's have fucking balling out all the time. That fucking guy.
I love how Nasty Nate's just listing white guys from the NBA right now in the chat. It's just Chris Mullin, Scott Skiles.
Chris Mullin is a great all time.
Chopper though.
Yeah, St. John's.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I'm just looking up and I just see Rick Smits.
But you guys joke around and we laugh about it. But
Shrimp, he's German, by the way.
Long-term basketball terms, we kind of need white Americans to progress.
Mike Madsen from the Lakers. Look him up.
It's all every like half decent white guy that you think of is all Europeans. Like,
by the way, for the record, I think that Cooper Flagg would fucking put Pete Maravich in shackles right now.
Shackles,
you don't know that,
he would fucking duck over him, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking in my head, I was like, how far do I want to take this? Dude, I considered starting off with Juju Watkins could lock up Pete Maravich right now.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't want to go that far. I don't know how big Pete Maravich is. I assume he's about 6 foot, so Juju will have a couple inches on him. But whatever. We don't have to get into all this. These are just random conversations.
Luka's not even the best white guy playing right now.
But he's not white though. He's European, bro. That doesn't count.
Well, okay. What is he? Green?
No, we're talking about American. We're talking about pure blood American, Dave.
American. But Joker's better than Luka. Joker is the freak of nature. I don't even understand how a guy like that.
Europeans different, bro. The Europeans is way.
They have that immigrant mentality, bro.
Dave, the way that they're playing basketball is different. How we have U Sports and AAU, bro. They
channeled that Ivan Drago Iron Curtain.
Bro, they're playing professional basketball, Dave, from the age of 14 years old. Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to be a little bit more advanced.
They're machines.
Bro. The Europeans are going to be a little bit more advanced because all these club teams start at like 14U, 18U, 17U. They don't have high school teams. They have club teams.
Yeah, you're right.
So like what they're learning real basketball, Dave, at an early time.
Yeah,
while kids are playing professional, you have Joe Schmo going to AAU fucking games, playing fucking 30 games in 30 days, probably scoring 30 points against fucking kids that would never fucking sniff a basketball court in high school.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great few weeks here until Pubpalooza. It's going to be a lot of basketball. We've got these playoff games. I can't wait.
Pistol Pete was 6'5". I wasn't gonna go crazy with the women's comments, but I'm just saying if Pistol Pete played in today's NBA, bro, he'd get fried on every pick and roll, bro. Fuck
Yeah, I definitely considered at first tossing out the Juju Watkins. I definitely went safer, and I said Cooper Flag would put him in hell. So I didn't think I was going to be trolling.
He would be a great basketball player in this NBA still to this era today, but he'd be more of like
Yeah, he'd be closer to Steph Curry's brother.
He'd be like more like Tyler Hero than fucking.
Yeah, he'd be more Seth Curry than Steph Curry.
Take away Larry Bird, and think about in 10 years when you're going to say, we're going to make a white NBA Mount Rushmore. None of them are American.
Bro, none of them, Dave. That's why Cooper Flag is so important, bro. Because as of right now, you say best white
Joker,
Kevin Love. Kevin Love is probably what best white American basketball player.
I mean,
resume wise, active.
Well, the fact that we get a boner over Austin Reeves just tells you like what
like, nah, Dave. The fact that we're getting boners over Austin Reeves and Christian Braun,
yeah. And it is what it is, guys. I mean, it is.
Baker Mayfield, huge 15-yard run, and they're putting on the gas here, trying to score here. By the way, 17-26, Dave. we see you, Dave. We see that under.
I'm not putting.
That's why Caden Clark's so important to the WNBA, bro. Because there's not a lot of like white girls in the WNBA that are snapping like that.
It just shows you too, like, and this is another interesting wrinkle in this conversation. So now the best WNBA player is white, it's all over the place, bro. It's all over the place.
Well, yeah, but we all know she's not the best WNBA player, though.
I have never seen but Dave is definitely right there. She's about to be the best WNBA.
That's why I put
reverse racism ever in my life. They're picking on that.
It's the stupidest conversation. This is dumbest conversation ever. And obviously, I always get tight.
She's not the best at back, Jay, but she's the most sellable player in the WNBA right now.
Yeah, I mean, Paige Beckers is going to come out there and do the damn
most
thing
dominant basketball player in their league might be Aja Wilson. I mean, that it might not
Asia
even.
Wilson, Asia Wilson's the most dominant player in any sports league right now.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, and then Paige Beckers is going to come down here to Dallas, and they're
going to win a chip. Enrique finally isn't going to shoot the ball fucking a million times in a basketball game. Will her efficiency catch up? Because Enrique is a really good basketball player. She's always been good. But the biggest thing, knock on her, is she's not a fucking winner.
Billy loves Cameron Brink, Bo.
I love me some Cameron Brink too, but I don't love me the LA Sparks stuff.
Yeah, she was supposed to have Paige Beckers as her running mate, and then Dallas said no.
Yeah, because Dallas if Dallas is a big player into the market, because think about it. Paige Beckers, Enrique Gumbawale, Satu, Maddy Segrist, and the girl that looks like a dude. No offense. Or Terry McCowan. Terry McCowan. Bro, that's damn near.
She does look like a dude, though.
The NBA. You can't tell me
Terry McCowan is a harsh looking lady.
Yeah, she's funny with her TikToks, but she looks like a dude.
No, she's
first down on a 3rd and 10 across the 50. Another big completion there. By the way, shout out to the Toronto Tempo and the new WNBA teams.
Watch this
as well. I'm very interested to see what Dave is talking about here. 1st and 10. They've lined up. We are snapping the ball here. What is Baker Mayfield about to do? He rips a deep ball. Hopefully this is to Mike Evans. God damn it, it's not to Mike Evans. And they intercepted it. Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous. I'm all like, holy shit, that's a touchdown. Wait, no, the Cowboys have the ball.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not Mike Evans. Oh, and they picked the ball off too. What a disappointing series of events.
Yes.
By the way, Dave, we see you 17-26.
Let's go.
We see it. This guy said, I'm going one-on-one in this game. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
We see you. We see you. Yeah, you obviously learned that from the Earls. That was Earl-esque right there, Dave.
I'm gonna say, yeah. Well, this is two things. I learned that, but also I'm taking this back. I'm owning this bullshit because since I've known the Earls, been doing stuff with them for a little over 2 years, and since the beginning. Since the first football season, we were tracking and betting primetime unders. And everyone said, "Oh, it's boring." Now it's a thing. Razor wanted to fight Mike. It was a whole thing. Got an argument on the cell. All this shit. Okay, that's fine. That was originally. I'll even give the Nick his dues. That was a Nick Earl thing before it was even a Dave Rogers thing. There was definitely a Nick Earl and Dave Rogers thing before it was an anyone thing this season. So we've been on this shit.
I agree with that. And now I call any under very boring now just to spite Mikey Money.
It's caused fights, dude. It's caused fucking arguments.
Yeah, so I anytime I see an under, I'm like, oh, that's a boring bet, but I'm sure it'll cash. Shout out to you. But shout out to you, Mikey Money, wherever you are. We know you like exciting bets.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're doing well.
Yeah, it's money, man. Money's not fun. Money's exciting.
All right. By the way, 15 minutes until our Hawaii spot starts, guys. We're just going to stay on live this whole time. And we're going to watch Hawaii Charlotte. Come on.
It's Christmas. What do you have to do tomorrow?
Shout out to Christmas. By the way, if you got nothing to do tomorrow, you're hanging out at the house, just hanging out, doing your thing, go watch some Medicaid Monday going on tomorrow as well. Medicaid Monday, a little Navidad edition will be fun to watch. And I will say this. Here's a little schedule breakdown for everyone for this week here for Pub Sports Radio. Obviously, like I just said, Medicaid Monday. On Monday, we'll do their thing like normal. Tuesday, Low Shack goes live here. Billy will be breaking down the NBA card for Navidad with Low Shack, as well as bowl games with Dabby Cab here. And then that's it, guys. No show on Christmas. No show on Thursday or Friday. We will have to figure out what we're going to do with the Cappers contest card and all that stuff.
Is there a live tomorrow?
We are making a petition to add women's college basketball segment.
If you want to cover it, Billy, I'm glad.
Bro,
to add it on the schedule.
After yesterday, I think we need to take a step out of our day and really look into this shit. Bro, some of the value on the board is just crazy, bro. Plus 16 and a half cash, plus 12 and a half cash, plus 10 and a half cash. Juju was plus 300 last night. Plus 7.5 USC. How are we not betting on women's college basketball, bro? These games are like 2-minute caps, bro, and these dogs are just cashing, bro. These are like Duke lost as a 20-point favorite on the road, bro. What if that was a men's college basketball game and we saw a 20-point favorite as a top 15 team playing on the road in a conference game, bro? We would blindly fade the fuck out.
I agree with that. And by the way, to answer, some questions about the stream on Monday. No Monday Night Football live stream. That instead will be Bankroll Blitz. We're going to do Bankroll Blitz on a Monday night because, like I said, Tuesday is Christmas Eve. Jimmy's busy as well as Troy. Wednesday is Christmas, et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to do a Monday Bankroll Blitz here. So it'll be fun. Nunya is down to do some women's college football, basketball. Excuse me. I'll put that on the list.
Fast though, bro. And nothing crazy, bro. Maybe it's just one game. Maybe it's just like a highlight of a top 25 game. But it's not like these games are like on like. Remember back in the day, the women's college games would be like random ass channel.
Impossible.
Games are on ESPN too. Like the shit's crazy, bro. I think we really need to start looking into it because I remember last year I was getting frustrated with the men's March Madness, and I just started betting the women's March Madness, and I was cashing left and fucking right, bro. Like it was like women's underdogs. It was like we're going back to betting dogs in March Madness. The male shit was too chalky to make money on.
If you wanted to spend your time capping full time women's college basketball, you could find edges and probably find easier edges than a lot of sports. Yeah. The problem is it is so painful to pay attention to. It is so bad. They're so bad. It's like high school.
You can't watch it.
Yeah, I will also mention I find it difficult to find those lines.
No, you can find them. And
you can definitely find them.
You'd have to spend time. Some locals or offshore stuff. Like you could really dive in and find them, but it's painful to even want to think about Like
I think if you highlighted it though, of like, so for example, USC UConn yesterday, if that was like an added game to like our NBA segment, I think it would be better.
Hey,
like,
really, anytime you want to cover one of those games, just let me know, and I'll gladly talk about it on Wednesdays. I'll tell Pete as well the same thing.
we teased it last year with the Caton Clark. Like we put Caton Clark on the board in the on the fucking segments, and all those games hit. Like the girls' games were hit left and right, bro. The South Carolina had been covered like 25 and a fucking half that show. It was ridiculous. It was like
I'll also mention as well, Dave, it's kind of the inverse of what we were saying earlier. Obviously, bookmakers, people that make lines, whoever, they're going to spend the most time on the games with the most money. Who's betting women's college basketball?
Nobody.
Probably not that many people, which will lead to easier lines, et cetera, et cetera. So I agree
more
wholeheartedly.
exploitable lines. So I was at my buddy's house yesterday, and he was trying to tell me he wanted to bet an underdog. I was telling him I don't think there's going to be an underdog in any of these college football games today. I think your best bet for any underdog, I hate to say it, but it's Juju Watkins at plus 300. How the fuck is she plus 300 against anybody? And she's the best player in college basketball. They're trying to build her up to be bigger than Caton Clark. The girl's 19 years old, already signed at Nike. Caton Clark signed as a senior to fucking Nike. That's wild. And I was saying to him, man, I think this women's college basketball is really there's really some crazy cashers, like plus 1,200, plus 600, plus 500. And it's not like rocket science.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. So I'm interested. I hope there's some women's college games over the next 2 days here. We can talk about them with Pete. So, yeah, just to recap, by the way, Monday, no live betting stream on Monday Night Football. We're doing a bankroll blitz, and Medicaid Monday will be that morning. Tuesday, the Low Shack show. And again, no bankroll blitz that night because it's on Monday. So Tuesday will be Low Shack. We're not going to do shows on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sunday, we'll be back with a live stream. And Saturday, I'm assuming they're going to do a live stream as well for All About the Hoops. So I'll let you guys know that is the schedule then. So just a heads up for you guys. We have I think there's about 5 minutes left in this game here, and we're just tick, 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 tick. Let's let this clock roll here.
I need to grab these batteries.
We need this clock to drain here, indeed.
Yeah. What do we got? 43. They can kick a field goal. They can inflict some damage, but that's not what they're going to be doing. They're going to be trying to win the game. They're down by 9. And they might realize that it's a 2-score game, kick a field goal instead of go for a touchdown.
For your sake, I hope so.
Yeah, it just depends on these next few plays.
Let us see here.
Problem is Dallas also knows they have a little. They don't have that much padding, so they can't let them score. They got to play both teams.
I will say, yeah, Baker's been going down the sidelines or down the field pretty quickly. By the way, Bet L1L, can we relax here, Bet L1L? I'm going to have to give you a sussy if you keep spamming the chat, my guy. 2nd and 6, 4 minutes left. Baker climbing up the pocket, completes it to Mike Evans, but we need that touchdown still. That son of a bitch. Here. My guy. 1st and 10, 4 minutes are on the clock. Tick, 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 as our guy Razor would say. The clock is rolling. We need an under here. Our guy Dave Rogers on pregame under 48 and a half here.
Baker running, not sliding, getting about almost midfield.
Tick, tick, tick. As everyone is saying here, we want this clock to roll for our guy Dave Rogers' sake. He goes. Slow and steady wins the race. By the way, Dave, you mentioned the WWE. I tell myself that I have to know a little bit about everything, so I watch WWE, and there's a show coming in January, and the tickets are absurd.
Yeah.
So.
I followed. I don't actually follow it at all now. I used to follow it diehard, but I just like LA Knight. I think it's kind of, along with the whole Sharpie thing and his stigma. I had a chance to buy a card, and I bought a $50 signed LA Knight card.
I thought about Sharpie today. Actually, I was wondering how Sharpie was doing. So shout out to Sharpie. I hope he's
very interesting character. I wish he still did. I wish his health was better so he could do football again. Because Sharpie and football is just, man, that's what needs to get killed. Sharpie's football. Right?
Sharpie's fun.
Yeah, bro, I hope he's doing well. I think he's. I don't know if he's in Knoxville or where, but I know he's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I know it's cold as fuck there. I'm sure. So I hope Sharpie's doing well in defrosting there.
Getting down the field, I think they're gonna get this.
Anyone got a good song? Big up, Shark getting mad. Whoa.
Yeah, Bet L1 is just in his own world right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a sussy here soon if he keeps spamming. But it's
don't spam. Put it all in one big message.
Bet L1L. So I've given you warnings. What's a sussy, Alexis? A suspension. That is what a suspension is. Helga. We are still moving the ball. Can we get a Mike Evans touchdown? If Dave has to lose this damn under, can we at least make it profitable for everyone else?
Let's do it. I'm down. Let's
just make it profitable for everyone here if we're gonna do this.
There's no way. Like, I'm not saying this as a reverse jinx.
Boy.
There's no way that I don't do that. I don't do it. So that I put any stake in winning my bet. So I'm fully. I've acquiesced to the fact that I'm not going to win. So if I'm not going to win, let's go. Let's have other people
win. It'd be nice.
Be happy for other people, and that's how you get your own success. Is what I learned.
Yeah, I'm fine. That's why he's strong.
I will say this right now. It is shocking to me that the Cowboys are playing this hard with Mike McCarthy. His ass is 100% coming back now.
That bloated corpse.
He's 100% going to be the coach of this team next year now.
Pulled him out of the Red River.
I mean, they can't lose every home game. I should have thought about that.
By the way, Dave, fun fact: I learned that the Red River was a real thing.
Yeah, I just named a river in Texas that's a thing. I don't even know if it's an actual river, but the real
it actually is, Dave. Who would have thought it's a well-named rivalry because that's the river that separates Oklahoma and Texas.
I said that at halftime, Preston.
I know that, but I just chose a river that was near Dallas.
Hella passes, bro. I wish it was better.
Yeah, I did not know these things, Dave, until I drove by them. And yeah, shout out to Preston. He says Payne Durham here, 5 catches was plus 800.
Well, there it is, and it's touchdown, and it's not Mike Evans.
Motherfuck!
Ryan Miller.
You know you're fucked on a player prop when the coach mentions the player by name at halftime.
That's the worst.
God,
you go under the radar, but you want to be you want to be big enough where they can win player of the game, but you don't want to be big enough where they're the player of the game.
Like Ryan Miller was so unbelievably open because I know they were just all looking at fucking Mike Evans. There's find Mike Evans and Spenny Penny Bombs just dropping Ryan Miller live touchdown was plus 700 there. So shout out to you, Spenny. All right, now the real question. This is where it gets interesting. This is Cooper Rush. Can you earn another 10 years in the NFL right now?
And that's my bad.
No, but I think it's a time to take another half unit on Hawaii -7. You get an insight into how Dave bets late at night. Okay, well, we pushed on this. We pushed this. We spent all this time on this fucking game, and we pushed it. So now we're just going to throw money at a game that we didn't like as much, but we like.
It's deja vu. Good night, fellas. Good night, Resmob. Where are you going? The party's just started.
Hawaii -7.
Yeah.
Come on, Raz.
I'll do you one better. We're starting it off with quarter unit on the first half, -3.5. That's a chat play.
Few girls Preston was talking to had Mike Evans because that's all they heard about at the casino. That's funny.
That's not surprising.
I now want to bet the Mike Evans one in this one.
By the way, exactly what I just said just happened on screen. Like literally, the safety that's supposed to be where Ryan Miller caught that ball just looked at Mike Evans and just ran right fucking at him and just said, "Oh, no thanks." Yeah, thank you to Juice just mentioning that as well. There's crazy. It's crazy here. So I don't think. I mean, I'm not listening to the broadcast. We're gonna kick it deep here, and then we're gonna play some defense, hopefully. But let's see here. Dougie Wise, do the Cowboys collapse or the Cowboys going to push your +2 here? Oh, man. Dougie Wise, you really got a +2 in this game? That's crazy. That is the sharpest of lines. I love sports documentaries. That's the documentary I would love to make. I want to know the supercomputers. I want to know how like Circa makes these fucking lines so accurate. I want to see what it's like for those motherfuckers. And all that good stuff. So shout out to you, my guy. Oh,
and
my
I'm a little disappointed that I said I wanted a 56 was going up 52.5, and I saw 54.5, and it wasn't enough for me to think that my 48.5 was dead. But I kind of kicked myself. I didn't take that 54.5 under.
Where you got fucked was Dallas scoring so much early.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for that weird spurt that happened in the beginning of the game, this would have been a fucking dead nuts under.
Yeah.
1st and 10 gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. A fucking stupid ass play, by the way, as well. So we'll see how that works.
We need the Buccaneers to win by a field goal here.
Aaron Gaza is saying if this is a 3-and-out, the Cowboys are cooked. I 1,000% agree with that because all the fans in that stands are going to get tight butthole, and it's going to translate to the field. Oh, man.
What was the spread on this game? 3, right?
4.5. 4.
The books would be ecstatic with a Tampa Bay win, no cover. Don't have to pay out the big plus money on Dallas. Because, America's team's always got to garner a little bit of money.
I agree. You know what's shocking? I mean, Dave, you heard it. Everyone that came in the chat, everyone that was on the screen said Bucks, Bucks, Bucks. And I was like, I just want to bet the Cowboys now that you guys keep saying Bucks. Yep. 2nd and 11 goes for about 4 yards. There's a little rollout to CD Lamb there. So we'll see. They're not going to call their timeout before the 2-minute warning. They called the first one. I don't know why he did that, but whatever. So 2-minute warning here, 3rd and 6. And obviously, I guess they want to do it so they can get the ball on that 4th down here with as much time as possible. But should be interesting. Aaron Gaza, thanks for dropping in here, saying Bucks money line live here as well. What number are you getting, Aaron?
With you, bro. I hope I can cash it, but if I didn't already have the Bucks pre-flop, I took the Bucks after the Dallas kicked that first field goal. I was like in and out of sleep. I didn't really sleep too much this weekend, so I had to find out when I was going to sleep, and I slept a little bit longer than expected, and I missed the first quarter of the stream.
Well, hey, we're glad you got your rest, Billy, because we know Billy needs to sleep here as well. Thank you, Sir Mackie Loves Pie, for the super sticker there. We appreciate it. This down right here. This is purely coaching right here. This is all coaching. Are you a good coach? Are you a good offensive coordinator? Can you draw up one play to get 6 yards here? This is a huge play. Yeah, Baker Mayfield got fucked up on that throw. He's holding his hand and his thumb, so we'll see what happens after the game here. Dave's probably already seen the play here, but 3rd and 6, a little motion. The ball is snapped, drops back. What a fucking horrible play call. He gets a throw. Wow, they didn't actually fumble that. I'm going to call that down. He throws it at the line of scrimmage, I should say, to Ferguson. He gets tackled before the 1st down. So 4th down coming here. But yeah, that was a 1,000% a fumble, or excuse me, a down before being a fumble. And thank you, Sir Mackie Loves Pie. Doubling up, saying 149 wasn't enough. How about 20 American?
Hell yeah.
As well, Sir Mackie Loves Pie. Thank you very much. Cash Ferguson over 37.5 rush yards. Shout out to you, Spenny. And shout out to you especially, Sir Mackey Loves Pie.
Love that pie.
So this is the Hawaii Diamond Head Classic quarterfinal.
Yeah. Okay, so Vita Vea just crushing you like that would kill me, but down as fuck here. So 4th and 2 incoming here. What the fuck is Vita Vea still on the field? I don't think he's on punt block. So why is the offense still on the field? What are we doing here? No, he is. Why is he on the punt?
Fucked him up, bro. Wow.
He does everything.
Vita Vea is athletic enough to be on the punt return team. I did not believe that. That's crazy.
You see what they just did is they pulled him back into like a spiral or medium coverage. He played a linebacker in that last fucking play.
What a sicko Vita Vea is.
He's a little bit fast for being that big.
Oh yeah, no, he is so much faster than he has any right to be. It's ridiculous.
You're not supposed to be that big and fast, man. Like he had a couple more inches on him, man. He'd be in the league. Right?
Yeah, Jim Dewberger saying that's like getting run over by an 18-wheeler, basically. Yeah. Aaron Gaza saying he can smell some classic Cowboys heartbreak. It was a decent punt return there.
They can win off a field goal, right?
Yeah, they can get.
All right, if I'm going to lose my bet, I might as well watch the Cowboys lose and see their fans cry.
It would be a true shame if Mike Evans somehow finds his way.
Look at this. Look at this. This is pure effort. This is. Wait a minute. Whoa. Watch this. This makes no sense. This makes no sense.
Well, don't worry, Dave. I'll call it here. First down, Baker goes back to throw. He gets sacked, and he's trying. Oh, my gosh. He gets wrapped up and then tosses the ball out. Oh, my God. Tosses the ball to Rachaad White, who gets fucking rocked and gets the ball stolen from him. Fumble, Cowboys ball, and Rachaad White might be dead on the field after that concussion. Good Lord, he got crushed.
I think they're calling.
Yeah, they're calling it Cowboys ball, first down.
Yeah,
I need to see. I cannot believe, first of all, that Baker just didn't take that sack, but Rachaad White holding it in one hand like an ass clown and then getting rocked and then stripped there. And I don't think he got concussed. Oh, no, actually, he might have. I don't know. He landed right on his damn face.
It was the strangest play ever.
Yeah, he landed right on his face, and it 1,000% is a fumble.
Yeah, it is a fumble
as well there. So the Cowboys are going to go on to win this game in a sweatier fashion than it had to be.
Crazy.
But as well, yeah.
That ball didn't hit the ground before he even caught it.
No.
Preston wishing evil juju on the Bucks.
Preston, you want to win the division?
Yeah, I wonder
if the Bucks aren't going to win it here. I'm not up on my NFC South division, I guess here, but let us know here. Wow, yeah, like
that's why you don't get the ball to Rachaad White and you give it to Bucky Irving.
Like
Beaver.
Spenny, but Baker Mayfield is like looking around like, what the fuck just happened? Falcons, he wants them to win, so I hope they do too. All right, well let's start wrapping this show up here. As Spenny saying, "Wow, what a game that was! That was a very interesting game to say the least." Here, I didn't expect that to take all the turns that it did here. The Bucks still have a timeout, but the Cowboys are kneeing this out. I appreciate you both for being in here for the long haul, Dave, Billy. Thank you both for joining me here. Dave, we'll start with you. You've been here a long ass time. I appreciate you. I owe you an alcoholic beverage at Pubpalooza. I cannot wait to see you there. I hope that we get seated at the same poker table so you can see me grind my way to the top, Dave. And Helga's laughing at me again as I say that. But, Dave, anything you want to plug before we get up out of here?
Nope. Just want to say thank you so much, Jose, for having me. Billy, it was great. The chat. Guys, have a fantastic holiday season. Merry Christmas. Be safe. And we'll see you soon.
We will indeed see you soon. Billy Briz, thank you for joining us here. I'm glad you got that shut-eye. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here? Can't wait to see you on Tuesday. And by the way, Spenny dropping that good note that Baker now 0-9 in primetime. Very interesting here as well. Billy, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button. Locker Room Podcast. We had a week off, but we will be back this week. There's no UFC, but there will be a podcast this week.
A little end of year awards.
You would have to tune in on Tuesday night to find out.
I guess you will. Tuesday night action and no bankroll blitz as well Tuesday night. So it's going to be a fun one. Tune in then. Billy, I appreciate you. Dave, I appreciate you. Guys in the chat, thank you guys all for being in here. Helga, thanks for being a part of the stream as well. Brought great vibes here. Textiles, Dougie Wise, Mel, appreciate you. Crush the NHL tomorrow. I might do some research on the NHL tomorrow, Mel. Who knows? Here as well. Preston, thanks for dropping in. Spenny was in here earlier. Thank you for dropping your action. Thank you to MVP of the stream here today. I'll give it to our guy, Shawnee Higgs, showing his penis thing that was shoved up his dick. I don't know. Helga, did you know they shove rods up your dick for kidney stones? I have a long conversation with Helga coming up here about that, so I can't wait. The Juice, Rez, Abra, Cat, Dabra, who's up there in the Cappers contest right now. Clark Edge, all you guys, the trolls that were in here, thank you guys as well. Sir Mackie Loves Pie, thank you for the donations as well. Rez, Helga was not on camera, but she's always lurking. She's always lurking, participating. So it's a fun one. Thank you all. Shout out to our sponsors, all the books in the chat there. Go sign up. Harbor Acres, everyone. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.